Come on, man.
Wes.
Like you're clapping cheeks, dude. So how would you, if you smacked a girl's butt, what would you do? Are you a butt smacker?
Yeah.
How show him, hit that couch. Hit that couch. Like if you were smacking that ass. Bless you.
It's allergy season.
Dude, it sure is.
Show us.
Let me hit that. That couch is a big.
Whoa, getting a little uplift.
Bro, yo.
Yeah. You're dealing with a thick bitch.
You want to see it quake.
Yeah. You want to see the thick Todd.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that ass quick.
Put your drink up on it.
So you're doing upward slap. You go, oh my God, dude.
You should have seen the guard. Sean, you're showboating that. God, you can be a part of the show. Don't fucking run the whole thing. It's crazy we include you in this. But, I mean, wow, what a boost to your career. But, and then you got to do that comedy festival. That was great. You should have seen
Nashville.
Sean down there.
Really?
So we went down to do the Nashville Comedy Festival. And I brought the boys.
Yeah.
I brought the bros. They were like, do you want to headline this weekend? I was like, well, I'm going to headline soon there.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn all. I have like a half hour of material.
Yeah.
That's good. That's new.
Keep it tight.
Of course,
Keep it
I
locked
ran
down.
it. I ran that half hour
Did you
every
really?
single night like a dumbass. Yeah. I had 7 dudes open and then headline.
Did the same exact
every
thing?
night.
Oh,
I
it's
couldn't
so
stop.
funny.
I'd be up there and be like, well, I'm not just going to do 20. These people waited.
Yeah.
Don't take it off.
Yo.
You earned it. One of the nights, I didn't go out. I said, you know what? Thursday night, I got to take it east.
Yeah.
We got big shows this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The boys decided to go down to the festival without me.
Really?
And let me tell you,
Did some recon.
they ran the place.
Really?
They went in, had drinking in the green room on shows that weren't. I mean, what were you doing?
Who's
It
showing?
wasn't me.
Yeah, oh, you weren't in the green room?
I'm on my own P's and Q's.
You were not in the green room.
Nah, I was.
Yeah, you were in there, showboat.
It's vampire status, dude. If you're not on the show, it's pure vampire. It's like, can I enter? And you're like, yes, you may.
It was party time.
Really?
The bros were running
Whose
amok.
show was it? Who's on
Well,
the
actually,
official bill?
O'Connor was on the show. He was on. It was the
Gotcha.
first show was like a KFC live show.
Gotcha.
So the O'Connor man was in there, but he had been drinking since about
So
noon.
he kept the door open for the bros.
Then Lemaire and Guard Dog were in there. The Bees. The
Partying.
Bees did the right thing though. The Bees left. He said,
yeah.
I'm not being a part of this. This is
Really?
evil.
They're stealing green
Lemaire
room
was in
valor.
there doing cartwheels and shit.
What?
I think he got kicked out of the next show. The next show's green room was like, "Who are you?"
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was. I got the report back, and I pretended to be angry, but I couldn't have been more
God, that's
excited to be able to hold that over them.
and that's the start of the weekend.
Yeah, that was the start of their trip.
Oh my! So they're all in trouble.
Here's the man of the hour, dude.
Yo.
The other big shot.
Oh, the old train hopper, dude.
Yeah, the train hopper.
Jack Black
The
himself,
old
dude.
vagabond.
Stand by me.
Yo, where's your stick and bandana?
Yeah, you want to actually, that story's been told 900 times, but give it a shot, God.
Really? They told the story
What
already?
happened? Why'd you think you could be that big of a tough guy on the right when you got to Nashville? You're jumping off trains right away, drinking whiskey.
It's
Who
just
are
the
you?
rock star lifestyle, dude.
You became the Dennis the Menace bad guy.
We had to get home. We had to munch. And the train was in the way.
Dude. The train was in your way.
Uh,
That's the arteries of this nation, dude. That's if you guys shut that train down, there would have been a whole city that didn't get
True.
lumber, whole city that didn't get a pallet of bricks
We were
or
thinking about-
antibiotics. That was probably an antibiotic train.
yeah,
It could have
In
been.
these troubling times too.
Yeah, these uncertain times.
Yeah, dude. You know the BA 2.5 V's out, dude.
in these
what's
uncertain.
that?
What was
The
what was his
BA2V?
quote? What was Phil's quote in that video? That Easter video?
Oh fuck.
He was like, "In these uncertain times, we're only gonna be better."
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that. Sorry. So yeah, Nashville was wonderful.
Gashville.
Gash Vegas was wonderful.
Yeah.
Rally, we did Rally.
You guys went
earlier.
down there too?
I did. Me and Nate did Rally for 3 days, and then straight to Nashville.
That was earlier in
for
the
a week. Yeah,
That's tight.
it was a good trip. Nate had a good time
Until he didn't.
until he didn't. Until he ran into
Till
what
he-
eventually happens.
You know, he jumped off a train, dude.
He broke his foot.
He's
Hanging
got
out with
hobo
some crazy
foot.
ass white boys, dude. I wouldn't have done that. I could have told him, hey, don't be hanging out with those crazy ass. They're doing crazy ass white boy stuff, hopping
The
trains.
Wild Boys.
That's crazy.
This is Steve O.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, that's what Gardini was telling me. O'Connor was like, let's get on, and then was like, this is moving way faster than we thought.
Yeah, O'Connor,
Damn.
the leader of them, the minions. A little scurrying around, be like, "Oh, we get free drinks, man. Nah, nah, nah. Oh, they're giving out free hoodies. Let's come on." No, not you. I said you were the leader of them. All right,
good.
enough of this.
All that matters, you guys
guys
have
are getting
fun.
upset. We can't.
All that
talk.
matters, you have fun.
We're not allowed to talk about it.
I had fun.
All that matters, you have
Yeah, it was extremely fun.
That's
It's
awesome.
one of the better trips we've ever done.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's that.
Nice.
That's
And
my.
then-
That's
so you guys did that Thursday, Friday. When did it end? Saturday?
One thing that hurt was Thursday that day. I was like, I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
Kreischer was like, "You want to come do a spot on my show tonight?" And I was like, "No,
Yeah.
I got to stay in tonight."
True.
And it turns out it was at the Grand Ole Opry, which was like a really fucking cool theater.
Yeah.
At the
That's
time,
tough.
I was like, "No, I'll be fine." But then I woke up the next day and he posted a picture from it. And I was like, "Fuck, that's the coolest theater I've ever seen."
Yeah. Also, to do a spot must be
My
nice.
drinking
And
habits are costing me major opportunities.
trying not to drink.
Yeah, just try not.
Just fake drunk. You ever think about that? Doing like a high school dance,
can't
and just be like,
fake it.
"Whoa,
Dude, if I have
fucking
to sit-
hammered.
if I have to sit in a green room like that,
True.
sober, I hate it.
It's hell.
I
It's
need to be
absolute hell.
hammered.
Yeah, you're not wrong in that. It's
Especially at
absolute
that
hell.
one where it was like a lot of industry people constantly like,
Yeah.
"So what's up, man? I work with so and so, and I'm fucking blah, blah, blah."
Yeah,
I gotta sit there like, "Hey, yeah, nice to
Yeah.
meet you."
true.
I
That's
see
nice.
how dudes become dickheads. Where I see
Yeah.
how dudes get there and they're like, nobody in the green room.
Yeah,
Hosts, get the fuck out.
yeah, makes sense.
Because when like when you're a host and you're opening, you're like, "Man, that guy's the biggest fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
All I wanted in this world was to hang out in the green room next to him."
yeah,
And then now I'm starting to get like, I understand it. I won't ever do that
for sure.
unless the host is like a fucking menace back there,
Yeah,
which there have been a couple, and I let them go.
yeah. We also once you have
It's so bad, dude.
a lot of times there's a lot of times you get like you have start having this archetypal like interaction where the host is like, yeah, and then and you're like, I've had this conversation 10,000 times.
Every
dude.
single green room, bro.
It's wild.
Every host, and I did it, so it's funny to hear people do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You tell them about the local comedy scene,
yep.
how it's so fucking woke, dude. And then you're like, "Yeah, no, that's how it is in every comedy scene."
Yeah.
There's a schism, and there's the fucking gay pussy alt scene.
Oh, yeah,
You guys are the real deal.
yeah, exactly.
You get paid for this. They're the pussies.
He's giving the benediction. Although
Yeah.
in Austin, I had the big. I think Large Sam was his Instagram handle. Or Big
Yeah.
Sam,
I know.
the man, dude.
Yeah,
He was an
I
absolute.
do know
beast.
him. He is the man.
He was an absolute beast.
He's a
That
good
guy.
bro.
It's always nice when you get a dude who like went out, did very well.
Yes.
Usually, it's a guy who gets you in the green room. Is like, dude, let me tell you something myself that's going to completely change the way you look at me.
Normally,
And
I'm,
they- then
normally
they
I'm
go-
a feature, but
Yeah, that's usually that. I'm
I
like,
was just headlining a couple shows. These boys not.
figure I pop in, goes out, bombs, and then you're just kind of like comes back in like, yeah, they're a little tight, man. You're like, thanks for giving me the reassurance, bro.
Bombs. Yeah, I know. Like, man, that crowd sucks.
Man, your crowd
Like,
sucks,
great.
dude. I was like, thanks, bro.
Great. I have to fucking struggle to get 45 minutes out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got lucky. And Magoobs was nice. We had the boy Matt. He was nice. Long hair.
Yeah, Matt
funny.
Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude was a beast. Yeah, Magoobs, Texas got lucky. All the boys have been great, but sometimes
Of
you
course.
sometimes you get hit with one
Sometimes
that's like,
you get hit with a fucking gremlin, a super gremlin host.
dude, it's the best when they're sitting there and they go, here's something that I've done that's very important. You'll be impressed with.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Just,
fucking care.
you're literally sitting there
I
like,
don't care.
looking at your phone before the show, and he's like, "Dude, this one time."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the middle of text arguing with my wife, and I'm like, yeah, go on. Okay, that's great. I'm sitting here like,
Absolutely.
fucking Christ.
Literally in the middle, always before a show, you have to fight your girlfriend or wife. You have to fight them
you must.
because you're like, "I got to go. I can't talk."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Fuck you." It's like, well, now I got to talk
Yeah, I know.
because, and they know that.
Yeah, you need
The
closure.
only way to get attention is to lash out
Oh, yeah.
because otherwise I'm like, "Great. She's great.
Yeah.
Airplane mode. I'll never talk to her again. She's doing good.
Yeah.
I need her to randomly be like, you
Well,
piece
the
of
worst
shit."
part is sometimes you genuinely see a text and you're like, all right, cool. I got the knowledge. I'm definitely gonna get back to that later. And then you just see and you're like,
I
they're
can't
like,
tell you how often I do that.
Yeah, it happens
Almost
all the
to
time.
every single person I
Yeah. It
I
happens.
leave everybody on red and I go, they're like, "Hey, do you want to do the show this day?" I'll be like, "Let me check my calendar."
It goes away.
I go in the calendar, I look at it, I'm like, "Oh fuck, I gotta do that next weekend." And then I stop.
Yeah, you play.
I'm
then you
afraid I'm dumb.
I don't think so, dude.
Well, although I did. I mean, come on. You saw the power upstairs.
It was crazy. Yeah, dude, not at all.
I might have to do it right now.
You might
Practice under big lights.
True. That's actually not a
I
bad
do
idea.
it. No.
This is dress rehearsal.
Dude, it was so funny. Last night, I was like, I can do this. Watch. And I was doing it to my girlfriend, and she was like, she said one thing in the middle of it. I was like, hold on. I had to start completely over.
How long did it take to memorize them?
1 hour.
That's crazy. That's insane. To have the timeline.
Guys, you want to hear good podcasting?
Yeah.
This is good podcasting.
What you got?
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt. Oh,
Yes.
that's a hard one,
That's
dude.
a toughie.
That one gets me every time.
True.
Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, JFK.
Here we go.
Yeah, now we should be rolling. JFK, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and that's it.
True. Yeah, we're not saying, dude.
Come on, dude.
Dude, that's insane. Also, the hardest part is when the dudes get killed, knowing the guy who stepped in. That's the one that's
I know.
real. I mean,
It's the VPs that get me.
yeah. I mean,
That's
knowing
why Johnson gets me every time, even though
yeah.
LBJ's very, very famous.
Still though, dude, that's tough. That's tough to remember.
I always want to go JFK straight to Nixon because in my head I think of
Exactly.
who was battling who.
yeah.
Like Quincy Adams and Jackson were battling.
But there was a.
We'll
dude.
get into we'll talk presidents later today.
Yeah, true.
Boy, do we have
Yeah.
actually, you probably already saw it.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe not. Well, yeah.
Or maybe
not.
nobody ever saw it.
True.
We'll see.
We'll never know.
Yes.
It's held in the future.
This
It's all
is in
held
the future, but what a beautiful future it could be.
True.
We could be on the precipice of, if you would have told us this 2 years ago,
Yeah.
we would have said,
No way.
wow, what a great audience.
No way. I would have been like, hey, that's all cool and all, but let me tell you something about myself that's going to totally change the
Yeah.
way.
3 years ago, I'd be like, dude, I'm better than everybody in the scene, and everybody hates me.
Yeah. Let me tell you about an article I wrote on the internet one time that got a lot of shares.
True. Although that was good.
It's a good go-to, just sitting back there with like some dude from Mad TV, like, yeah, I did this thing on
Yeah,
Facebook one time. The
I
guy
went
said there
viral. I
was,
mean,
like,
going viral is like easy. Like I've done it a couple of times. It's not hard. Sure, I've been chasing that dragon every day ever since.
dude, that's sick. That's sick. Gashville was a big one.
Gashville was all. It was just very. It's so nice to take the bros out on the road.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even hang out with them.
just took him
I
out.
literally, they were just out.
You
doing their
unleashed
thing.
them.
Yeah. But God, oh, this is funny. Yeah, I don't want to. It's a nasty thing to say, but it was funny. It's a funny thing to say. Bargatze, we were all at. I went to Vecchione's special taping because he filmed that. So it was like Soder, Jay, the bros. Soder, Jay, Vecchione, Josh Adam, fucking Nate Bargatze, all the bros were chilling. And Nate was like, this is our group of friends, dude. You're the new guy. Ari was there. He was looking at me. He was like, you're the new guy.
Yeah.
And I can tell you're going to try to bring people in, dude. Don't do it. I was hammered. I was like, I'm bringing all my bros, dude. And they fucking suck to be around. And they're going to ruin this. I just kept talking shit. It was very nice. It was fun.
That is fun.
Wow. What a great. The other one? I don't know if I want to say.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. I'll say it. It was funny. I was hammered.
Yeah.
And Nate kept fucking with me. It was really funny because Gardini was right next to me, and Nate was like, "Oh, superstar," and he was like, "Oh, this is how it is."
He was giving you Gardini superstar.
Yeah.
No.
He walked. Nate hit me.
With
Bargatze
superstar.
was like, "Big superstar," like doing that to me.
It's the food chain.
And Gardini was just sitting there like, "Oh, I see." It was very, very funny.
That's so funny.
But he kept doing that, and eventually I got shit faced, and he was like in my face talking shit to me, like being funny. He was being a friend, and I was like, "Dude, I'll push you down right now." There was like these chairs behind him. I was like, dude, I'll push you. You're gonna fall into those chairs.
Yeah.
And while you're down there, you're gonna go, you'll never work in this town again. And guess what, dude? I will. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? So then the next day I go in, we're doing another show. I come in, and of course, this time I'm not hammered. So I'm in the green room like, hey, everybody. Hey, how are you? And he's like, this is Humble Shane. He's like, give him an hour. He's going to be talking about throwing you into fucking chairs. I was like, damn, he got me. He's like, look at this fake humble motherfucker walking in here.
That's so funny.
He's coming in. Hey.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was such a fun trip. And yeah. Got to watch the Sixers blow it last night.
Did they really?
Yeah, they suck, dude.
Oh, fuck. It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs. They were up 3-0
they
against
done?
Toronto. No, but they lost the last two. So
Against
now
the
it's
Raptors?
3-2 against the Raptors, dude. And they looked horrendous last night. Who do you got? Do you think this will be the first 3-0 ever to lose? So far in the NBA, nobody's ever blown a 3-0 lead.
Nah, they'll rally. Sixers will. What they'll do is they'll create
now
some
they
doubt.
gotta go back to Toronto. So now this place looks like New York, Manhattan.
True.
They're going back to Toronto. And
yeah,
they're going back to Waterloo. And that's going to be an L. It's going to be 3-3.
Nah, they're going to, I think they're going to rally.
All the pressure in the world is going to be on the Sixers. Game 7 at home.
True.
And if they do win, they have to play the Heat.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to beat
I'm all right with the Heat. I don't know.
They're going to beat the Raptors.
Although, yeah.
They're going to squeak out on the Raptors, and then they're going to lose, like, embarrassingly to the Heat, probably.
Yeah, that's
Philadelphia fashion.
It's actually probably exactly what's going to happen.
You disappoint, you start to like slip, and then you squeak out of it, and then you go to the next round.
Yeah, you get humiliated.
Yeah, and everyone's going like, they made it to the playoffs.
Hey, this is it.
Hey, they made it. They'll be next year.
Yeah.
It is a building year, though. It's a young team, dude.
No, they put all their marbles into this season.
Did they?
And it's not paying off.
Yeah, they made the trade.
They got Harden. They got James Harden, who actually it ended up being a fair trade because Simmons won't play.
Yeah.
He still sat out.
He stinks on the other team now?
They got swept.
He never played.
He never played.
What a beast, dude.
He just wore cool clothes on the side.
What a beast,
he didn't wear
dude.
it in Game 4. Did you notice that?
He dressed conservatively for Game 4.
The Game 3, he was dressed. He looked like Pete Davidson. He was wearing like orange. He dressed like a fucking Cabbage Patch. Like it looked fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was wearing like orange polka dot fucking pants. He looked like a clown.
Really?
Not like that's not. I'm saying it literally. I'm not being like clown ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he just stood like a scarecrow. He just stood
the whole time
in the middle of they're all wearing black. Everybody's in black, and there's one dude with fucking like circular pink glasses just standing there.
Yeah.
Not doing it, not cheering, just.
Do you think he got like bit by Cam Newton?
I think he got bit by Cam Newton, dude. 100%. He got bit by Scam.
There's a thing. I feel like there's a thing that happens with professional athlete black dudes where they just somehow start dressing like dudes from like the Bravo channel. They start dressing like Cam Newton does it the best.
Every single one of them dresses like
they start dressing like
RuPaul's Drag Race. It's fucking wild, dude.
They get the Dumb and Dumber bug, dude. They get hit. They start looking like the dudes from
handing out money to people and shit. They absolutely get the Dumb and Dumber. That's 100% what happens.
It's crazy.
They go from nothing. Our pets' heads are falling off. They get fucking $100 million in a year. They're just start wearing fucking pink tuxedos.
Standing on the sidelines of the game they're supposed to play. Like, dude, not yet. Just
I gotta show you what this fucking dude looked like.
I mean, dude, why? What's his reason for not playing? Does his ankle hurt or something?
Now he's saying it's his back. He wouldn't play in Philly because of like mental issues.
Yeah.
Now it's his back.
Nice. That's good. The depression gave way. Now
Stephen A. Smith had it going. He was like, I thought when Russia bombed Ukraine, he was going to use. Oh, no, that was about Kyrie. Kyrie sits out.
He sits too?
Kyrie will sit.
Nice.
Kyrie tries not to play.
Really? Well, they fucking sidelined him for like a year.
Yeah, but he was like good.
Yeah.
During like George Floyd, he was like, nobody play.
Oh,
like,
he's been doing.
He's been trying the whole time. Like, we should not be playing.
Let's not play this game.
You're gonna.
I mean, if they had to unleash all the fucking honks, dude, on the court, it's nothing but if basketball was just alt-right honks, dude. What the fuck? I see that?
I'm not exaggerating.
Why is he doing that?
Look at him just.
He just sat there the whole
towards
time?
the front of the bench. So he was like next to the fucking head coach, standing.
He looks like he's on like a season of All That for Nickelodeon.
He does. Dude. It's actually probably.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's I don't know. He might be getting too much pussy. That seems to be symptomatic of getting too much pussy. Yeah, he's getting too much pussy.
That's a level of pussy.
Yeah. He has pussy autism, I think. I think he's got so much pussy, he's become autistic, dude. He's like, do I have to do anything anymore?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to stand
They're
here.
just going to keep giving me $30 million. I can be like, oh, my back.
And he's young enough where the teams are being like, oh, we'll get him.
We can
We're going to fix him.
him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, the teams are suffering from like battered girlfriend syndrome. They're like, I'm going to fix him.
I'm going to be the one who changes bad boy.
Bad boy Ben, dude. I'm going to be the one who puts him into some gray slacks, dude. They just want to take those.
Somebody needs to
pants
get him
off.
into some khakis. That's why, like, Scam went to the Patriots. The Patriots can do that in the NFL.
True.
They take all the bad eggs and they're like, you're doing it this way or you're never going to work again.
True. Yeah.
You want to win?
Can you imagine?
Here's a bunch of white wide receivers that are going to show you how to do it. Here's a bunch of white wideouts. They're going to run routes and work hard.
Could you imagine pulling down someone's orange leather pants and sucking their dick?
Unbuckling like a 30-pound pair of pants. He's fucking 6'10". Those pants must be 40 fucking pounds. His luggage must weigh.
It's crazy. He's a giant. You
freak,
sit there, you're like,
dude.
nice, I'm dating Ben Simmons. You watch him stand on the sideline all night, and he comes home from standing there, and you're like, well, I guess I'll suck
I'm
this
just
guy's
going to
dick
suck this guy's definitely gigantic cock
out of his orange pants.
out of his fucking clown pants. Dude. For the clout, bro. You gotta fuck a dude who's being afraid to play. Oh man,
I like this era of athletes that are very
this era of athletes is fucking
self-aware.
awesome.
They just go out and they're like, I have a big stand. I'm going to make.
You're absolutely right. This is an era of like players' rights to the point where like people are afraid to criticize them.
Yeah,
ESPN seems to be having an okay time just trashing Ben Simmons, which is fun to watch.
Sure.
This is the first guy they're starting to turn on.
Pretty tight. Yeah, but they're going to just bring in the fucking European dudes who have been like listening to mortar shells for 20 years, come in and just drain threes.
Yeah, Doncic, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
How nice was it when Irv was telling us about Doncic?
Good. He's so good.
I'm sure we talked about it, but the bro we know from the Jazz was like, they were playing against Dallas, and he was like, Doncic shows up overweight every offseason because all he does is play video games. He's not working because it's too easy for him.
He's so good, dude.
He's used to like intense defense. The NBA is just one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so nasty, dude.
And then he gets in shape during the season. You would like Zion.
Who's that?
Zion Williamson.
Nice dude.
Williamson? Yeah. He got too fat this year. He couldn't play.
Fuck.
And he's so good.
Really?
He's so good.
He had to sit the season out?
He got too chubby.
Does he sit sidelines?
He's on the bench chilling.
What's his gear?
He's laughing, having fun.
Really?
He got too fat, dude. They need him so badly. They need
so
him so
good,
badly.
too. He's so good. He got so fat.
He gets
21.
Did he get hurt or something?
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot because he's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Jesus Christ.
He's crazy athletic.
And he can jump through the roof.
Damn.
We've been on him for a while.
Trying to grab him?
Because before he was at Duke, we were still doing the pod. I used to talk about his high school highlight videos because they're about as funny as it gets.
Really?
He played in South Carolina. He's like, what? How tall is he? He's like 6. Actually, he's not overly tall. He's probably like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, it's. I thought you were
But for
saying,
his position.
What's his position?
But he's just a young fat bull.
Oh, dude.
He's a chubby bro.
That's awesome.
6'6".
6'6".
That's
yeah.
not the, yeah. What does he play? Power forward?
Yeah, he just bullies people.
6'6", 285.
Jesus
But
Christ.
he was doing that he played in South Carolina high school basketball.
Just
so it's
bumping
just
people.
white kids that are like 5'5".
Oh, boy.
Versus a dude that is enormous doing fucking windmills on them and
like,
shit.
Jesus
like through the
Christ.
legs on these kids.
Yeah, because he's tall enough to be tall as fuck. But you're tall. If you're 6'6", you can still keep some athletic. Not like 7'2".
Yeah.
You know, then you're just like Manu Bowl standing there. Dude, the Tony Hawk documentary is an impressive
I've
display.
heard.
Bro, that shit is... I didn't know Tony Hawk was such a maniac.
Yeah, you have to be.
He's he is like a nice, mild mannered dude in there.
Yeah.
But like when you watch him skateboard, he's crazy, dude. They
Yeah.
show him doing the loop. Like, you know, you see Tony Hawk do like they show him like not getting that and just falling on his head from like 9 feet multiple times. It's fucked up.
Really? Does
Dude.
he like spaz when he falls?
He doesn't. He gets pretty pissed. Sometimes he keeps it quiet, and like the third fall, he'll just toss his board and be like, "Fuck, dude!" It's pretty nuts.
I bet that would be very, very frustrating.
Yeah, dude.
To like fall and get hurt, to like not get the job done and get very hurt.
Dude, he tried doing the 900 for like 14 years, 12 years. He couldn't do it for 12 years. Dude, they would land in like cement pools. They show one guy just get knocked out in the competition.
What?
You just land, your head slams the concrete. They have a helmet on and shit, but it's like, dude, it's genuinely
I've got to
insane.
watch it.
They show when he like loses all his money. Skateboarding comes in and it's like cyclical.
Yeah.
So he's like the height of his shit when he's younger, has a family, and then there's like, yeah, nobody likes skateboarding, has no money. And he's still thrashing.
When's the video game come?
The video game comes a little later, and that's when they slide the check to him. So he was like, "How's it doing?" They're like, "No, it's like the #1 selling game." He's like, "Well, that's good, right?" And they just go, "Here's 22 million." And he's like, "Oh fuck." Dude, he's been trashing his body for just years.
Yeah.
When he had a kid, he would just leave and be like, "All right, I'm gonna go skate. I gotta nail this trick. I gotta nail the McTwist or whatever he was doing." He like broke his rib and had to go pick his kid up. I was like, yeah, obviously, dude.
Were you watching it with your lady?
Yeah, we were watching it together.
This is what, if you want to be great.
I know.
Maybe I am gonna have to leave a lot to do podcasts and stuff.
Well, that's his number one. That's his number one regret too. Is him being like, I think I've really abandoned my first couple kids.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
All these dudes that are truly great, totally abandon their family.
Yeah. The Buddha.
And then they regret it.
Yeah.
But
except for the Buddha,
it was worth it.
He was like, I was right.
It was worth it. You know it was worth it. Deep sea. You got to pretend to be sad about it. It was worth it.
He says it. He goes, dude, he's like, it was too addictive. I couldn't stop it. He's like, I just went every single place they asked me to go. I'd be like, yes, I'll be right there.
It was funny. I did Bussin' with the Boys, that podcast. These two dudes that played, one dude's still with the Titans. One dude's definitely going to get picked up, free agent. And he just had a kid. And the other guy was like, I made sure, like, guys who do it right, you have your kid in July. It's like that way you get to hang out for like a month. And then you're like, babe, I have to go to camp. Then you get the whole fall. Like dudes in the NFL are like, have the kid in the summer.
Yeah.
Then you get to go to camp.
That's pretty tight, actually. And you come back.
Like, I'm sorry,
What's
babe.
camp, like 12 weeks?
Camp's probably like a month or two, but then it goes straight into the regular season, which and when you're traveling, you're working.
Yeah, you're going. Yeah.
But keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was just the Hawk, dude. The Hawk man, just absolutely the only person in his class, dude. He was like, nobody could fuck with him. And he got real bored, dude. And it goes into him talking to Rodney Mullins. Rodney Mullins is a street skater.
He got skateboard.
He absolutely did. He got skateboarded. He was skateboarded out of his mind, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were saying how he was a killer, dude. The guy was like, he wasn't a competitor. He tried to make it so you never wanted to do a competition with him ever again.
That's incredible.
It was so tight, dude. And it's
That's
just
so awesome.
It was so,
especially in that world where everyone's like, yo, what's up, man? Like all that. And then there's one dude that's like, I'm an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fucking destroy you.
Well, they hated him at first. They thought he was a loser. They were like, he's a loser. Dude, he was a pro when he was fucking 12. The way he became pro, it was a pro amateur contest.
Yeah.
He was with the Bones Brigade. Dude, I took everything in me not to buy a pair of Tony Hawk Airwalks, dude. I was watching this. I was like, I need a Bones Brigade shirt.
Why are you not wearing fucking Airwalks?
I didn't get a chance to go out, but I'm getting Airwalks. After watching this, I'm like, I need to support
Tony Airwalks.
I mean, right now, these wide toe box fucking...
Those things are these new?
I've had these for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ultra guy. I don't like to talk about my need for wide toe box, but that, you know.
But dude, I need you in Airwalks.
They're coming. I need to get some Tony Hawk.
They're so sick.
Dude, I forgot how sick I used to skateboard a lot. The whole time I was watching this, dude, I was like, got to get a deck, got to get some good fucking bearings, probably get some lucky bearings.
You need to fucking...
Dude, every time I go to get toys now, I've seen the Tech Deck set of rail. I've thought about getting one for when I come on here just to like rip some fucking shit. Having a Tech Deck skate park on that table would be nice.
It would truly be very good.
I can make it happen instantly.
And if you actually got good at it...
Dude... I am good at Tech Deck. That's all I did in grade school was ride a Tech Deck within my desk.
I couldn't do anything. I did the same thing. I would just look at, I liked the art. I liked the art on the bottom. I'd be like, this is my favorite skater now.
Yeah, dude.
I never watched one skating event ever.
Really?
I just played Tony Hawk. I was like, Buck Elastic's so fucking cool because he had a cool name.
Yeah, true. Steve Caballero. Yeah, Tony
Hawk. I used
Hawk
to think it was Geoff Raleigh.
What is his name?
Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff. I didn't know it was Jeff either.
I didn't know anybody. I didn't know you could say it like that.
Why would you spell your name like that?
Because you're a pussy.
Dumbass.
Beat the shit out of your parents, dude.
Dude, he just entered. He was 12 years old, and he looked at the dude who owned PAL and was just like, he had the 2 boxes, pro and amateur, and he just goes, checks pro and looks at him like, is this cool? And the guy was like, yeah, I guess you're a pro now, dude. You'll go compete against the pros. So he just competed against the pros, and when
he was like, holy shit,
12-year-old dude, it's insane.
Is he from California?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty sick.
You would imagine, right?
He was
Isn't that where they're all from?
I think most of them. The Bones
to be the young bro.
The Bones
starting
Brigade.
that early.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
he was skating like fucking cement pools at 12 years old, just catching air. He was nasty. I'm not even going to keep droning on about it, but it's a sick.
No,
it's a sick documentary.
It's a good thing to be enthusiastic about. Tony Hawk is pretty cool.
Well, that's what Billy did his 5 grams of mushrooms, and Billy came down, and my brother was watching the Tony Hawk doc. So Billy on 5 grams, like, because when you do that much, it's like it hits you in a wave where you kind of just go under, and then you come up and you're like, oh, I think I'm done now.
Yeah.
So he came up, witnessed Tony Hawk land the 900, and then he said all the cheers started happening, and he just went like. Just like kind of went back under. There was
Tony Hawk 900 sent him back.
Sent him back into the astral realm,
dude. I didn't stay up late enough to experience the coming down thing.
Oh,
I just went into hell and passed out.
Oh, that's actually ideal because you have to come. The worst part is when you re-enter. Like, what happened to me was I had to like rebuild the world in my head, and it was like. I was like, all right, so what's the setup here? It's like we're all revolving around money, and I'm like, that's a big misstep we all took a long time ago. And then it was like countries, armies, barbed wire naval bases, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we fucked up.
And it was like, we're just all obsessed with making money. I'm like, do we have to do that? And I was like, maybe there's another way to organize it. And it was just like an hour of coming back to Earth.
Yeah.
And it was just being like, it was all. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
The closest I came was towards the end, seeing myself in the bathroom mirror. Like I got up to go to the bathroom, and I was like, I could see where I was.
Yeah.
So that was a big step forward.
That's good.
But then I hit that mirror, and I was like, holy shit, that's what I look like. And it was like, face looked as red and pink as it possibly could. I remember being like, I look like Gus the Groundhog to a T, dude. I was in there like. It was terrifying, and yeah, that was the closest I came to like back to reality, and then escaped out of there.
Dude, from experience, I'll say the times that I've taken mushrooms while drinking, except for at Magooby's, I had an absolute blast. The one time I got hammered on tequila and ate like a quarter ounce of mushrooms, it was the darkest experience.
I wasn't even drinking that much at that point.
Yeah,
I stopped because I was doing Molly. That night.
Oh, that was the bachelor
major
party.
night.
That was the bachelor party.
Yeah, I stopped when I hit the.
True. Although that shift
I was
in that
drinking
bar,
for sure
that
before.
shift in that bar was impressive. I watched everyone get hammered in that bar.
Yeah.
So, but that all ended.
Yeah.
So you were in like a almost alcohol over hangover space.
Yeah.
Then the mall, then the mushies, and then you died.
And I actually, yeah.
That's what Billy kept doing. Billy kept like going through an entire life. It was like he kept calling them processions. So it'd be like this long procession, and then it would all end like, all right, it's over, dead now. He would die, and then like come back to, and it'd be another procession. He just went through like rounds of multiple lives. It was pretty nuts.
You said he seemed shook when you saw him.
I wouldn't say he seemed like he was chilling. For
he went
sure,
through something,
but it seemed his eyes.
He
seemed
experienced
like,
something.
Yes, it seemed like he'd been.
Dude, I almost fainted yesterday.
Awestruck.
I almost fainted. I went to the gym and I was working out. During the last, I didn't almost faint, but I was like, I got lightheaded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I get lightheaded every day.
I never get light. That was the first time I got lightheaded, like very lightheaded working out.
If I wake up sometimes in the morning, like I'll lay there and I get lightheaded like every morning. I like lay there and I'm like, whoa. I have low blood, like not low blood pressure, but I'm on the very much low side.
Oh, that's good.
Kind of chill. Sometimes I'll get a wave of lightheadedness while I'm laying there and just go like, whoa.
Nice.
Just go into it.
But yeah, it was enough that the thing that reminded me was the eyes. Like my trainer was like, I was like, damn, I'm fucked up. We were doing this thing. I was like pushing a sled, doing push-ups and sit-ups and shit.
Yeah.
And I would like push the sled down and back, and I stopped and I was like, dude, I'm fucked up. Like something's. I was like, I'm out. I can't catch my breath, but I'm not like. Yeah. I was just like.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, you're very lightheaded.
You're lightheaded. Yeah.
I can see it, and I was like.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I should chill, right? And he was like, yeah,
relax.
Just relax.
Take it easy. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, I get lightheaded all the time.
It was embarrassing.
Nah, dude, that's totally normal.
I felt
you pushed it to the limit.
I pushed it to the limit for 10 days, and then I was like, all right, it's time for me to work out hard.
For sure. Oh, yeah, dude. That's another thing, too. Yeah.
And then he was like, did you eat? Because we worked out late. And I was like, not really.
Oh, there you go.
So that'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I ate what my woman ate. I ate girl stuff.
Nah, you need a minute.
Till 4 p.m. I ate 2 hard-boiled eggs and like the smallest cup of... The way women eat is crazy.
Their portions are offensive, dude.
The portion she gave me, she was like, I was going to eat these. I don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
Do you want these? And I was like, yeah, I'll have those.
What was it?
The smallest bowl of noodles you've ever seen.
Dude.
And I was like, all right, it's time for me to work out.
I would have flew into a rage.
I did. I mean, of course, I slurped the nudes.
True. The funny thing is, Billy, so I was like, damn, he kind of seemed like he was chilling, but his face is just like, when you get done those, you're like... So I'm like looking at him like, all right, dude definitely got rocked. And then I'm like, I guess he's chill. He seemed like, nah, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, like an hour later hits me up. I'm like, what do you... Or I hit him up. I'm like, yo, come I'm making burgers. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Probably just gonna walk. And I like mathed it out. I'm like, it's like 4 miles. And I was like, oh, this guy got rocked, dude.
He got rocked.
Nothing better than taking a super long walk after that.
After getting rocked.
Oh, I put the tunes on.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
I had a nice long drive on the way home.
That's nice, too.
That was nice. Although I was in the depths of why didn't I play paintball hell. I was like, I got online and everyone was like, fucking pussy. I was, are you guys, was that fucked up?
Oh, that was so fucking funny.
It's like, was that bad that I didn't do that? I mean, who the fuck cares, right? And they're like, yeah, dude, who cares? I was like, you sure I'm not like a shitty friend? No. These guys are saying I'm like a shitty guy.
It's so funny, too, to be like, what a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, I did DMT all night.
Nobody cared.
I wasn't going to go play.
That's weird, man. That is strange, though, to get like your behaviors co-opted to where it's like nobody gave a fuck there.
Of course,
nobody
I would
cared.
if I got. I'm pretty good at sensing how people feel.
Yeah.
If they would have cared, I would have done it. If I sensed any party that was like I can't, dude. If you first off, I would have been like, that's weird. But if you would have been like, I want you to play.
Yeah.
I would have been like, all right, maybe Matt's weirder than I thought.
Yeah, but Shane, it'd be really important for me. It's like, I need to see you on the battlefield.
Dude, I need this.
Oh, dude.
No,
I took my mushroom microdose and was just so excited for battle. I went out there that morning. It was so tight.
It was when I got out there, it was like, damn, that looks fun. Well, for you guys, I still had no desire.
Yeah, I could see. It's one of those things. If someone was like, I'm good on that, I'd be like, no, that makes... Like, people ask me to skydive all the time.
I kind of hated everyone. Like, I kind of hated a lot of people there.
Really?
The people that were playing. I really was like, if one of those fucking douches shot me and was like, the fuck, I'd be like, yeah. I didn't like that. That's not my vibe.
Although we were on the dream team. The dream
team was nice. The racial alliance in the first round, the first 2 rounds, the racial alliance was incredible.
Yeah, it was us.
It was incredible, dude.
It was us and a bunch of black dudes.
It was war mode linked with black dudes.
Yeah.
The unholy alliance had finally been completed.
That's what the Democrats are fighting against,
Democrats
dude.
are that's who you fought. You guys were the Republicans.
We did.
Versus like fat librarian women.
Yes, dude.
And it was exactly what
a couple of Latino stalwarts, dude.
It was exactly what the Civil War will be. And it's not going to be good.
Bro, it was a fucking bloodbath.
More importantly, dude, Musk.
Oh.
Tell me about it.
What, Musk?
Yeah, what do you think? You checked Twitter yesterday?
Yeah, he bought Twitter. He got it.
Did you see the babes? Or did you see all the babes crying?
Dude, you can
all the journos crying? They're the babes now.
Safely ignore them. It's coming out now that it's becoming more apparent that they're holding less and less power.
Yeah.
In terms of like any of that stuff.
Like
nobody cares.
It was actually good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
That he bought it.
Yes.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, dude. I'm genuinely pumped. You get a lot of people who are too cool for school on it. They're like, who gives a fuck? It's like, nah, it's a good thing, you know? Got the Musk man on the Twitter. Maybe stop all this crazy nonsense.
It's really funny to read these people like Elon Musk is such a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I don't understand the Musk. I know the big thing people go is like, he didn't even invent Tesla. He just bought the company. It's like, all right, sick slam, dude. Yeah, he just acquired the company for like $1 billion. What a fucking loser. It's like, I don't know.
God, it's some of the tweets from people just like, get ready for an unprecedented flood of anti-vax content on this platform.
Don't worry, I've been ready the last 3 years.
I've been patiently waiting for it.
Yeah, we've been waiting for the truth to come out.
Dude, Philly's mask mandate was nasty. Did you see that?
the
3 days. Philly made it. Philly did 3 days. Kenny's like, we're following the science, blah, blah, blah. They do it. And then SEPTA was like, no, we're not. I think he got set up. Because Philly did a mask mandate for 3 days, and SEPTA, then the airport thing dropped, where like no more airports on a federal level. So SEPTA was like, yeah, we're not doing it either anymore. Then Kenny had to be like, look, it's all political, guys. This has nothing to do with science, blah, 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 blah.
He came out and said that?
He did come out, and he
Fuck
was like, yeah, it was pretty tough. That was a win for him. But also, I guarantee before he was like, guys, we're following the science with the masks. And then he was like, guys, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors. Pretty sick. It is tight. He said that. Brittany said that. She was like, at least he admitted it was all political.
At least he finally admitted it. I mean, that's kind of an impeachable offense.
Yeah, true.
To be like, dude, none of that was real. Yeah. I'm just fucking bullshitting.
Well, he was saying like,
I'm just bullshitting to keep my job and make the party happy.
Well, he was like, he's like, that was fucked up. We should have been all on the same page. But they were just like, yeah, dude, it's the lady struck it down at a federal level. People are still holding, dude, it's so funny. People are still holding it down. There's people that no matter what they say now are going to be like, nah, dude, I'm keeping the 95 on.
Dude, the airport was sweet though.
Yeah, the airport was. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, you guys got to enjoy it when they dropped it off?
The second day they did it.
Yeah. Fuck. It was, what's nice is, the best is when you land in one of those, in the safe cities, dude.
True.
You land in Nashville, you get off.
Oh, yeah.
Bros, no masks.
Dude.
No. Then you fly back and you land in JFK. You're like, oh yeah.
I saw some of the bros when I went to Austin. I encountered some bros. I was unprotected, and it was nice to see them. I was like, sick. At least they caught me, dude, in my wild state.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You mean you saw some fans?
Bros came up like, "What's up?" Hell and I was just wandering around there. Brittany, the whole time, she's like, "It's a federal mandate." I'm like, "Brittany, they're not going to do anything.
Oh my God.
They're not going to do anything. Don't worry about it, dude." Just the whole time.
Yeah, it's funny just walking around with like just your nose hanging out for a while. Then you start to realize there's a couple dudes not wearing them.
Oh, like, as soon as
I'm
going
to do this for everybody.
Dude.
I'm going to make everybody comfortable.
Hold a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Hold a bottle. Like, I might sip it.
Yeah.
I laughed yesterday thinking about a new superhero called Super Pussy. Just a K95 and a face shield and latex gloves. It's
actually a federal mandate.
It's Super Pussy.
Yeah. Hold the fort. It's actually a federal mandate.
Hold on, guys. The BA2's back.
Hey, you guys are about to have a party?
Oh, dude.
Hold your horses.
Dude, it is. It's genuinely, it's become to the point where it's like there's sex with a condom and then there's sex without. It's like having the mask, dude, it's like just wearing that thing everywhere. It's like, dude, I can't live. I can't live with this thing on my face. I'd rather rip it off. And like, if I get something, I get something, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fully willing to take the chance.
Of course.
I did this.
Yeah.
I took the chance. It paid off.
Maybe I'm super pussy. Did you hear that?
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Super Pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you're making a really good point about racial injustice right now. Wow, I never thought of it that way. Here's another good one.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's just saying, like, how come you didn't cure world fucking hunger, dude?
Oh, to Musk?
To Musk. It's like, well, he gave you $44 billion. Those guys can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody that just got paid. Why don't you guys cure world hunger?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you guys aren't going to do it either?
Well, did you hear?
Then shut the fuck up.
That's the craziest thing. Did you hear that apparently he has, and I don't know if this is true, someone claims this is the truth. I think Spud was saying he's in Vermont. He saw all these satellites. And apparently Musk has been sending satellites up, and they're trying to do a service where it's like, where you pay for Wi-Fi, where like now it'd be $50 a month, but the more people who join it, the cheaper it becomes.
Yeah.
So that eventually it could be like everyone could have Wi-Fi for like $5.
Yes. Isn't that Starlink or whatever?
Yeah, Starlink.
Yeah.
Sick fucking. I think it's. I don't understand where the Musk hate comes from, dude. I genuinely don't.
Me and my babe. We had a nice dinner. Fox News was on, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
We're watching some Fox News.
Yeah.
She likes it. I don't.
Such a sick dinner.
I hate that shit. Matt, I'm close.
I have to pull myself off the Tucker, dude.
Tucker rules.
That's just something I do for my
Tucker's undeniably good, dude.
It'll absolutely take over my algorithm because I'll watch it and be like, yeah, and I'm like,
he's making a good point.
I pull myself out of it, dude.
Yeah.
I go, get off the table.
We're getting old. It's coming.
True.
This is it.
This is true.
It's almost time to even stop pretending we're not Republicans. We're so close to just being like, we are patriot Republicans. It's gonna get there.
I'm already planning on voting this year. Like I've never voted my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm definitely
I'm gonna
voting.
vote in the fucking intern.
I got my new driver's license. I had to get the real deal, the interims or
the intern.
Whatever. You know those interims.
I think I am losing like the ability to speak.
Dude, my cognitive decline is crazy, dude. It's wild. I've been abusing lion's mane just to hold off my Alzheimer's.
True, I do have some. I stole a bunch of fucking On It from Rogie's studio.
You need that.
I have it, dude. I need to start taking my Alpha Brain.
We need to be just cognizant enough to know who the Republican guys we should vote for.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
All we need is
that's
DeSantis.
That's all we.
All
need.
we need is DeSantis,
Dude.
unless Trump runs, and then in which case, obviously,
True. I think DeSantis will run.
I think so too.
Because if he's scheming, it's like you got him. He can sit in the wings. You get Musk in. Trump's back on Twitter. He's hitting everybody with like, all right, here's the marching orders. Get this guy. This guy's a loser. Avoid this guy. And everyone's like, I know what I'm doing. DeSantis runs.
I just need to hear who Trump hates so that I can go outside and be like, yeah. That's the best part is when you find like Trump makes up a fucking an insult for a guy.
Yeah.
And then you find someone who likes that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to hit him with, oh, you like Little Marco? That's what I like. That's the only way I can show I know politics.
And you just keep
like
winning.
who? Crooked?
Crooked Hillary.
You like Crooked?
Dude, I was reading the Gay Atlantic recently, and they actually had the one story was
Not
good.
the failing New York Times. You're reading the Gay Atlantic.
Not the failing New York Times, the Gay Atlantic.
The Gay Atlantic.
So I'm reading the Gay Atlantic, and they had one article that was decent. It was good about the guy being like, I don't know, maybe we've got so ramped up on all this political shit that we completely spiked our kids' psychological health just to prove points.
Yes.
So like, dude, he like came out.
Yeah.
He was going hard on like, these people were were trying to hang the fucking Speaker of the House. He's talking about January 6th.
The insurrection.
So he built that up because you have
The
to build
rebellion.
that up. If you're dealing with super pussy, you have to talk about the insurrection and be like, yeah, I mean, they almost fucking killed
Obviously,
all those
that
guys.
was basically 9/11.
It was 9/11. So he builds up like
9/11.
guys, but then he goes, but in typical liberal fashion, be like, can we be so sure that our mistakes we didn't make mistakes? Surely we did. And he basically came out and was like, maybe we got, we terrified our children for no real reason, and came out being like, basically being, we got to knock it off. But
that's the worst. I hate that when the left is like, hey, it's not entirely their fault.
Dude,
we might have had a little bit to do with it.
So
you fuckers had half to do with it.
Oh yeah. So he does.
You were half of the problem.
He did a decent job doing that. I'll give it to the Gay Atlantic. But then that was whatever. I got over that. I was like, okay, whatever. The next one was a story about a guy who got the death penalty in Mississippi and then like pleaded to speed up the process. That dude might have been, I'm not going to call him a goat because he did some very bad things.
Yeah.
But it was a very funny story.
He's like, yeah, what are we doing?
Dude, it was
Let's go.
Dude,
Enough of the red tape.
Him and the guy, the commissioner, had lunch. They had their last meal together. He became buddy with the commish. And it was just like, he's like, hey guys, we ate. We had,
I fucked up.
a Southern feast, dude. He fucked up.
Inject that shit in me.
He
How
fucked
bad?
up.
What did he do?
So bad, dude. He fucked up so bad. That's why I wanted to hedge that because I didn't want you.
All right, what type of fuck
All
up
right,
we
so
talking? No kids. All right.
so
yeah.
what happened
Fire it
was
up.
so
Yeah.
here's- well when you read the whole story, what happened was he's born to his mom. His mom was like 41 when she had him. Then had another kid, and the dad left. So he had he's down in like the deep south, and then so he came down there, and it's not funny, but his mom got evicted. They had to live in like a barn, and there was like a little hole in the ceiling that would just drip water. But when the water wasn't dripping, they'd look out and look at the stars. Kind of nice stuff.
Yeah.
And then he got into drugs, of course, and just became a truck driver. Started to kind of turn it around. Met up with this lady. They leave. There's some gaps for sure, but he had this lady, he was living with, had a kid, and then he got in like an accident, Percocets. But then he was also cooking his own meth, so I don't think the Percocets were responsible for that. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? But he started huffing gas at a young age too.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Lifelong huffer, dude.
Oh, destroy your brain.
And he became a truck driver. So if you have the huffing monkey on your back, that's tough. That you're driving those trucks.
All you're doing all day, you're around surrounded by gas.
You open the tank on those trucks, you can fucking sniff to your heart's content. So I think he definitely fucked his brain up big time.
Yeah.
So
if you huff gas at a young age, I'm sure that destroys your brain.
It's one of, all the drugs like smoking weed, permanent. It's genuine permanent brain damage if you huff gas like repeatedly. It fucks your brain up. You like hear shit. You have like audible hallucinations the rest of your life. So the dude, the big homie,
audible hallucinations. Hey,
like dude, nonstop,
just constantly.
Dude.
Like, hello,
dude, nonstop from huffing. And you don't like read about the dangers of huffing gas. So in your head, you're like,
of course, they don't teach that in Dare.
This is the next. Yeah, this is the next
talking about
level.
pot.
Yeah, dude, they waste your time. That's a real epidemic. So dude, he gets in the accident. He's off the road. And then he's obviously probably being a bit of a cantankerous.
Sure, he's rough.
He's hangry. He's rough around the edges. So then his wife, Kim, leaves with the kids.
Oh, so he's Marshall Mathers.
She's Marshall Mathers.
Yes.
So she leaves and she's about to come. She goes to her sister's house. She's about to come back. And then the stepdaughter was like, the dude was fucking molesting me. And she goes, oh, fuck this. sends him to jail. She hits the button. He goes to jail. And the whole time he's like, I'm going to kill that bitch when I get out of here. He says the whole time, I'm going to get out of here and kill her.
Did he molest the kid?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's the thing. It's like.
Sounds like something he would do, right?
Well, he also murdered another person's aunt and didn't talk about that and buried her. So like, but he was like, so what happened is, he molested me. Well, yeah, I think he did for sure because.
Yeah.
So then he comes, I'm going to kill that bitch. I'm going to kill that bitch. And then he comes out of jail the day he gets out.
Sure.
Gets a shotgun, barges into the trailer, shoots Kim in the stomach, and then starts molesting her stepdaughter while she's dying in front of Kim. And the other two flee. Yeah, this guy's. Well, you'll see he has two skins. He has a bad skin and a good skin. His bad skin was on that day. So he goes, while the lady's dying, fucking like molests the lady. So this is the rough part. I have to tell the story to get to the good part.
Yeah.
This is the rough part. So he's back to jail for life. The dude's fucked, dude. And sometime in the meantime, I think before that he had killed someone else's aunt.
Yeah, you gotta kill an aunt.
Blood, dude. I think he was trying to stop her leaving, dude. Trying to control the situation. He was cooking meth.
He was out of control. He was not in complete control.
He thought he was.
Actually,
he almost was.
Dude,
he almost
was in
was.
complete control.
He almost
if somebody's
was.
like, I'm leaving, and you're like, you're dying. Yeah. I'm in complete control.
I think there was an aunt who knew too much and he murdered her. So he goes to jail full time. He's there for the long haul, death penalty. And he had the public pretenders who were like, we're going to appeal this case. And he goes, you guys will do no such thing, dude. He goes, get me the fuck out of here. He's like, I don't want to be alive anymore, man. Yeah. And he's like, I did a bad thing. But when he wrote the apology, so he converted to an Anabaptist, which is basically a Mennonite. He became a Mennonite in jail.
Yeah, became Amish.
Became Amish, dude, in jail. And was just like, he wrote this lengthy thing that was like.
So did he deny the electric chair? How long ago was this?
No, he wanted the electric chair. I don't know if he.
Well, that's not very Mennonite.
This was like. No, they gave him an injection. Yeah. He didn't get the electric chair.
I was going to say, if he's Amish, that might be a little ploy to get out of getting zapped.
It was sus, dude.
Just be like, actually, I'm fucking Amish, dude. You guys can't use that chair on me.
I mean, it was sus for sure, dude. The author was like calling.
I think he might have been wearing his bad skin the whole time.
You think so?
I don't think, dude. I don't hear one part of the good skin.
Here's what happened. So he becomes a devout Anabaptist, goes like, ooh, I've done a wicked thing. He writes an apology, specifically says, I don't feel bad about killing my wife. I never will. I would do it 100 times over, but I've done some wicked stuff that, is pretty bad. You guys need to end me immediately. So he wait, but then they found out that he had knowledge of that other lady's death. And he goes,
that's one of the bad things.
He goes, I did not kill her. Later on, he goes, but I know where she's buried. But I'm not saying, like, I'm not having anything, like, you have to kill me. I'm not having anything to do with it. So eventually, the fucking psycho from the Atlantic goes to witness him getting executed. Sits there, watches the whole thing. Dude finally dies. And then as soon as he's dead, his public pretenders like, oh, by the way, they hit a map. He drew like a hand drew like bad guy map about like where it was
the lines of the X and skull and crossbones.
It was like trailer, my trailer, and then it was like behind my shed, and they showed the X, and they dug it up and found the lady's remains. So he did his good skin towards the end. He at least let the lady find her mother's remains. That like for years he had been like, I don't know where your mom is. Like, fucking stop bothering me. Just murdered her and hid her behind a fucking shed.
I mean, what a fucking... at least he had the awareness to be like, no, you guys got to kill me. Dude, I'm not changing.
He said, he was 1,000% being like, I need to go to the afterlife, bro. I fucked this one up. He said before, he wrote a letter to his son, or he talked to his son. He goes, I was a good man at one point, dude. And the demons took me over. He's like, I used to be a good man. And it just became purely evil. Pretty crazy.
I read the news. I read a nice story.
What'd you get?
The baby.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone was in his ass, dude. They're trying to reopen the case where he shot that guy in Walmart.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And they really were pretty biased against him.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I read the article and I was like, because they have footage from Walmart.
Yeah.
And so here's what happened. 2 dudes were following him.
Yeah.
They saw him.
Yeah, he saw the baby.
From their side of the story.
Was he in the baby aisle?
Actually, 100% yes.
Was he really?
I think he was looking for diapers and shit.
He's in the baby aisle?
Yes, he was buying diapers. He was the baby in the baby. He was in the baby aisle.
And two henchmen.
Teens, by the way. It was funny. It was funny. Rolling Stone was adamant to call them teens, even though in the same article the guy turned to 20 the next day. The next day was his birthday. It's like you're literally abusing the word teen. Right? Well, and he's an adult,
statistically,
legally adult.
Yeah, and if there's like a statistical thing between like 19 and 23, is that like the height of that's skin number 2? That's when your number 2 skin's on.
Yeah,
it's like for murdering. It's like
so these two kids, they're still kids in my mind. Sure, walk in. The baby was a kid at the time. The baby was like probably like 26, 27.
Okay,
he's young. Yeah. He's
Although,
with his wife,
old head
and not his wife. He's with the baby mama.
Yeah,
and another the baby. He had his the babies in the baby aisle with the baby and the baby mama. And these two kids see him, and they're like, according to their statement, well, the one that lived was like, "That's that rapper." He wasn't very famous yet. He was famous in that area.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So they started following him to like look to see if it was him.
He shot them,
and they kept following him. And then I think they left and went back in and started following him again. Oddly enough, for these two guys that are alleging that they were kind of being fans, they both had guns in their waistband.
Yeah.
Then they approach him. He sees them. They walk up to him and his family.
Yeah.
And they're like, he goes, "Do you know who I am?" Just to be like, I don't know if he's either talking shit or asking, "Do you know who I am? Like, why are you doing this?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you want to take this outside and fight? Is that what you want?" And they said, "Yes." Instead of being like, "No, we're fans."
Yeah.
Or "No, we weren't sure it was you." Maybe they felt challenged and had to not get punked and say yes. Yeah. They said yes. So he didn't take it outside. He started swinging on the one guy immediately.
Nice.
Like he attacked them.
Yeah.
So the Rolling Stone is saying this isn't self-defense. He initiated the fight.
Yeah.
Even though two guys were following him and his family, walked up to them. He said, "Are you trying to fight?" They said yes. So he fought.
Yeah.
While he's fighting, he just starts wailing on this kid. The other guy pulls a gun out of his pocket. Immediately takes the gun out.
Yeah.
That guy pulls the gun out, puts it back. You can't see in the footage.
Yeah.
But the baby mama starts yelling.
Yeah.
"He's got a gun."
Yeah.
"He's got a gun."
Yeah.
He's in the middle of a fist fight with a guy. He doesn't know if he's talking about him or the other guy. So he takes his gun out. The other kid pulls his gun out.
Yeah.
Shoots him.
Classic showdown.
That's it.
Yeah, classic showdown.
And they're like, he murdered him in there. Now he's, they did bring up the same point I've been making, which is that's got to really hurt for that family to see that fucker on TV every day being like, "I shot a motherfucker with money."
Yeah, true.
But this article is trying to like, I don't know.
Dude.
It seemed, even when I read the article, I was reading it and I was like, damn, that sucks. The baby killed that guy. And I've been talking about how cool he is. And then you get to the description of exactly what happened. You're like, he's innocent.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the dumbest thing ever. Just the fact that like dudes are just walking around with guns, just being like, "What's up? What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Yeah,
what's
you
good, bro?
Fight?
You good? You good?
Yeah, you good?" And they're like, "No, let's fight."
Yeah.
Like, well, now you're in it.
Yeah, there's more. There's got to be more to that, and it's also like maybe it was just that, but I don't know, dude. That was one.
Yeah.
Thing.
Also, you don't think a North Carolina fucking jury wouldn't love to just lock him up?
Yeah, dude.
They're like, "Oh, I can't." They're like, something's going on here. I think he might be an asset, dude. I think the baby might be a fucking...
Nah, they love stand your ground tales, dude. He was like, I was there. And if you read his quote from the trial, he was like, or he told the police, he was like, I didn't want to let them get the jump on me. I was with my family. Never, any sheriff's going to go, totally understand.
Can't let them get the jump on you.
They can't let them get the jump on you.
Yeah, he did. And the Rolling Stone article was like, yeah, he was really hiding behind his family the whole time. It's like, no, he was, I mean, I know you're using that metaphorically, but he was literally in front of his family, killing people that he thought was a threat.
Yeah, and also
kind of as brave as it gets for a father.
Yeah. Also, you read about all these rappers that like are just like those guys like, oh, like little fucking whatever died, and it's like, who the fuck's that? But they're like big guys who are about to come up, and they like excess like Temptation got murdered. A lot of these dudes just get fucking murdered. So it's like, dude, I mean, yeah, that stinks. But dude, there's like, this sounds weird, but when I used to go to this bar in West Philly when I would like sell pills, and like the one thing I remember I was astonished by, it was only black dudes in the bar, and dude, like every single dude had a gun.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I remember going like, whoa, all these dudes have guns on them now, except for one guy, and everyone was clowning him. But like, dude, I remember that was for me.
That's what happens. Yeah, if you don't have a gun, just.
Dude, I was in there with like like 12, 13 dudes. And I was like sitting there and I'm like, whoa, that was a point where I started like the gravity of the situation. I'm like, this is dangerous, dude.
For sure.
I was like, all of these
Any
guys
of these
have guns?
dumbasses could be like, you're challenging my manhood right now in front of everybody.
Bro.
I have to kill you.
I don't know how I didn't get killed. But dude,
Checking the time?
No.
Yeah, dude.
We should start considering.
Oh shit, let's do some
Yeah, we'll do ad reads just in case.
but yeah,
Look, guys.
if you think you want to sell pills in West Philadelphia, think again.
Yeah.
And then if you had a week, people would make fun of your guns, be like, man, what are you gonna do with that little pea shooter, bro?
Also, it looks. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on the baby. I was
Yeah.
fired up on this.
Yeah.
In the footage, it looks like the guy he killed is the one he attacked right away.
Yeah.
It's not. The guy he killed was while he was fighting the other guy, the guy with the gun behind him. That's the guy who got shot. The guy who never pulled out his gun didn't get shot. That guy pulled his gun first.
Yeah.
Why do all three of them have fucking guns?
Dude.
Not that I'm some anti-2A pussy, dude.
True.
No, Tucker would be so fucking pissed. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Tucker would be so pissed.
yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it was a classic skirmish.
Probably shouldn't do this ad.
What?
Never mind. Here we go. Guys. Guys, this is a history podcast.
True. Serious.
Let's talk presidents. In fact, let's talk all of them in order.
Yep.
That was it?
Hold on.
No.
Just wait. Let's talk Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt. No, hold on. Give me a second. Hoover. Yeah, it's Roosevelt. Truman.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Second.
Yep.
Truman, Eisenhower, JFK, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump.
Did you say Obama now?
Obama. Wow.
Obama now.
It took me all night.
Damn, dude.
You studied for that all night?
No, it took a half hour, but it was pretty
That's pretty
intense.
good.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
I had to keep practicing. I was doing it before bed.
Do
Like I was praying.
Do the vice presidents.
Adams.
Are you seriously going to try?
I could go. I think I could
Here's
go
a good
decent.
piece of trivia, and don't look it up.
Nope.
Okay.
Here's a quiz question: Who is Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson's vice president after Kennedy was shot? Who became the vice president? Your mother's cunt.
Oh man.
It wasn't her.
It was not.
It wasn't your mother. It was her cunt.
Her cum was a. Wait a second. This is a history podcast.
Yeah.
What if that was true?
You're telling me Jones cunt.
Yeah, because he only needed her for 1 year. And then
She's
when he
gonna be
ran
so
for
excited. She's
then
gonna
when
be
he
so
ran
excited to watch this.
then when he ran, he got somebody else, but he called out, Joan, I need your cunt to be my vice. He called her from Dallas. You know that famous picture of him on the plane?
That was
He called her right before that. I need your vagina to be my vice president.
all right. So let's start from the top. Mom, I'm so sorry that he said that.
I'm not. I never met your mom.
You held back. You held
Very
back.
sweet. She's very sweet. Very
Your
sweet.
mom. All right. Let's start with Washington, dude.
Yeah.
What do you guys know about him? What do you say?
I mean, Washington is
Never
like
lied.
a transitionary guy because he was so British. He was a British general. He wasn't like a, he wasn't born in the he didn't create America. It wasn't even his idea.
Yeah.
He was just a tool of. He was the first general president.
No, he was born in the U.S.
No, I know, but he wasn't like he was a Brit. He was a
he
was
fought
a
in the
Brit.
French and Indian War as a British.
Yeah.
He's a lord.
He
Wasn't
actually kind of sucked in that.
In that war.
In fact, also kind of
Everybody sucked in the wars. Though.
everything he did was
It
retreating.
was luck to win anything then.
Yeah, he was good at retreating. That was like his number one
It's an
thing.
important thing to be
which
good
is
at.
very good in war. They don't
Otherwise,
teach
you
that.
lose once. He would fight again because he retreated so well.
Yeah,
It's pretty tight though. Show up and be like, nah, and
Yeah.
just run away and like, nice.
1789. That's when he started. All
Well,
right.
most of the guys, it was so hard. Like a lot of the army didn't want to be there
Mhm.
and didn't have to be there. It's crazy. Like 1776, the year that Washington did all that insane shit. It's crazy that people kept expecting the army to flee,
yeah,
but they hung in there with little. It's not like they were like, we're making America that's coming later.
yeah,
They had no fucking idea. So he's as good as they were, basically. And it's not, like you picture him on this horse, like talking, but no, most of them didn't even look at the guy. They didn't see him. Like in the movies when they show a guy making a speech to a whole army, and there's 3 guys can hear him.
it's impossible.
And the rest are like, what's even happening? And they're all shitting on
It's
the
like
ground.
Braveheart
They're
when
all
he's giving the
dying of-
speech. The only people that can hear him are like, "Shut up!"
Yes,
Those
yeah.
2 dudes are like,
Yeah,
"The
yeah.
English are too many."
The English are too many.
Home.
Yes, we will live.
Yeah. We will live.
That's a good
All right.
point. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
No one heard those.
No one
speeches.
hears
No one
any
heard
of this.
any of their speeches, so it was really these guys all got together. I don't know. They got
stood
together.
there.
They decided to just keep doing it.
Oh,
I don't want to spend too much time on Washington.
Yeah, Washington. I was
played
never that.
out.
I never really. I mean, the great thing he did was leaving when it was time to go.
Yeah.
It was like the thing because a lot of them wanted him to be king.
Yeah.
And a lot of them wanted him to be permanent. He's the one who said the thing where they wanted him to be. Adams wanted him to be Your Majesty or Your Excellency.
Yeah. They went by His Excellency.
And he said, Mr. President.
No.
What?
Jefferson was the first Mr. President.
Yeah, but Washington
Washington
wanted Mr. President.
Washington went with His Excellency because Adams had this long one. His Majesty, all this shit.
What?
Washington kept His Excellency.
According to the HBO series about John Adams,
Yeah, but I looked into it.
Washington said, I want Mr. President.
Maybe he did, but he went by His Excellency. Therefore, the reason he did it was because he didn't want to shake people's hands. And back then, that kind of...
Because he was like Howie Mandel.
Yeah, he was like, he'd rather just
He
have
was a
people
germaphobe?
bow. I don't think he was a germaphobe as much as he just was like, this does command some respect. Because this is the first time in his life he started to get criticism.
Really?
Because when he was a general, everybody globally
Mm.
outside of England was like, this guy's the fucking
By the way,
man.
president, like to talk about that word for a second,
Yeah.
what a president is, like just an overall president thought here. What I love about presidents is that it's a human being, it's a person.
Yep.
And to me, like it's like like some college professors teach the Bible as literature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't teach the Bible as a religious subject. They teach it as like what it's done for history and what the stories are about and that kind of thing. I look at U.S. presidents that way. I don't have a political view about any of them. I just think they're fucking fascinating. And president, the word by itself, like your president is nothing. It's not. You're not a leader. You're not a ruler. You don't rule. You preside. I mean, that's literally what it means. Is that there's a whole group of people that are running the government by the people's will, and you preside. You just happen to be there. It's like in the Senate, whenever they show people in the Senate speaking, they always say Mr. President over and over again, and they're speaking to whoever is presiding. It's never the vice president is literally the president of the Senate, but it's whoever takes the chair that day. Who's presiding? It's an incidental title given to an equal who is chosen for that minute to preside. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about how they framed it.
Yeah. When did they set term limits? I didn't even look into that because he just left.
Right. He was the first one to go. I could stay, but let's get
like,
this
"I'm done."
going. Let's get this started.
Yeah.
There's some famous moment where he was speaking to the Congress and they were trying to get him to king himself. And he was apparently really vain about that he wore glasses, so no one ever saw him with glasses on. And so the moment that's supposed to be this shocking moment was that he took out his glasses and put them on and he said, like, I fear I didn't see you for what you are. That was supposed to be this big moment. I like to think that if he did, dumb. Like he was really hoping if he missed, he's like, I fear I didn't see. And they're all like, what? Yeah, you wear glasses. We all, like, you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like he keyed the whole thing on this moment. See what I'm saying? And they're like, George.
Yeah, it's also a good moment for him to be like, yeah, you're right. You should not.
How do you turn down king status?
Funny
though?
Jokes.
What?
How do you turn down? Like
that's what
you
makes
should
him
be king, and you're like,
that's what makes him the man, dude.
That's wild, dude.
That's what makes him.
Well, also he wasn't. Again, none of these people knew the future. He didn't know that he was giving away the keys to later nuclear war America.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
He thought we were a dumb fucking like what?
Yeah, and these were all separate colonies.
Like true, if Louisiana became a separate nation, the first president of Louisiana might be like, you guys, I'll do one term. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to like hang in there.
All right. So, Adams.
Okay, Adams is like my favorite of those guys. I like founding
Adams
fathers.
I like Adams from the show. I loved him in that. He's a great Paul Giamatti.
Well, I read his biography. I listened to it. I don't read
as anything. A president.
Counts.
Oh, he was not a great president.
Not at all.
It shows everybody's got these different kind of strengths. He was a great framer. He was one of the guys. Yeah. He did many very important and gutsy things. And he was also the only one of those guys who was not rich. He was a poor farmer. He was his education changed his life. He's like one of the first Americans who had that experience, you know, where he was, you know, had a decent farm, but not much, but he made his brain work and he excelled and passed that on to his son, who we'll talk about.
He fucking ruled in the revolution. Yeah. Adams was the man.
Adams was the man. And because these other guys, fucking Benjamin Franklin was just a giant perverted asshole.
I loved him.
Oh, he was great. And all these guys are great. I'm not judging any of them, but he wasn't. He was of limited use because he was intrigued by America, but he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He never would have shed any blood or sweat or tears for the country. He just was interested and he had a huge brain. So he'd lend it when he felt like. Mm-hmm. He was also full of shit, you know, like he was supposedly invented electricity, but some other guy, he saw a guy in his own autobiography.
What?
Hold on a second.
I just watched
Ken Burns on him. I'm pumped on him right now.
Okay, so he saw a guy do the kite.
What?
And he was like, that's cool. And he paid the guy for like the license to the gag. And he got one of his sons to do it, to go around doing it for money. It was just a thing that he picked up other people's ideas, which is its own, thing.
He also, all of his inventions, he would never patent, which is pretty sick. He was like, all my inventions are for everybody.
Yeah, he was for, what do you call it? Open source.
Open source,
but he did get a little jealous because all of a sudden, because he was the man.
Yeah.
He was the American that everybody loved.
Be frank.
And then Washington became the man.
The general.
Like the French were like, General Washington's the guy. So he got he was a fame hungry.
Did you ever read his autobiography?
No.
It's amazing because he has no judgment of himself. So he's the only, like a lot of people that write autobiographies, it's kind of careful. But like he tells this story about he was living in London and there was a guy who worked for him, kind of like a half tradesman kind of guy who he befriended. And the guy had a woman he wanted to marry, a maiden, but he didn't have a position and he didn't have his own home yet. So, and his mother didn't want, I don't remember all the logistics, but it was that that he asked Benjamin if he could move his wife into his house so that they could marry. And he said, sure. And he said, and she moved into my home. And then I took it of my pleasure to, to partake of her sexually. And she, spurned my advances, so I threw her out, and that was the end of their marriage. And I never saw him again. He was real upset, and I never saw him again. But I know both their lives were destroyed. And then in May, I met this other guy. Like he just talks. He did awful things to people, and didn't give a shit.
Yeah, there's some pretty sick quotes about slavery too. That he was like, I am racist. Like he was one of the first, if not the only founding father to like constantly be like, I am bigoted.
Right.
None of them. Everyone else was like, this is the law.
Everybody was like, Ben.
Yeah, shut the.
This is it's economics.
You're trying to fuck this
it's not
up.
about race.
Like,
he's like, oh, it's totally about race.
Yeah,
they were writing the Constitution. Like, look, our hands are tied. We can't do anything.
They had to take it out.
So he was when he showed focus. He was of use to like the revolution, and the same with Jefferson. Jefferson was like a depressive fucking freak, and so he would just like leave Washington. He would just go like, my wife is dead, whatever bullshit. And he would get on his horse and just leave, because also he was a man of great wealth, and he had his life in Monticello and in Virginia we'll get to him, but the point is that Adams was just a doggedly hard-working. He was the only one who worked constantly.
Yeah.
And it was really the three of them in Madison, but he was the guy who did the hardest work to get this shit started.
Yeah.
He also apologized for cursing.
Adams?
In one of his things, he's like, I lament to admit that I sometimes cursed, which I feel shameful about.
Also, when Adams did his did the Constitution of Massachusetts, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is like the most liberal document in the world, because Adams was like, I'm going to get it right. Everything that I couldn't get done in the American Constitution, I'm doing in this. And there's stuff in there about Jews having rights. There's even something about gay people in there. Like he was into gay rights, Jews.
Pretty gay back then.
It's pretty gay, pretty Jewish.
It's gay to be a gay Jew.
It's gay to be into Jews.
Yeah.
Dude,
to be into Jewish rights in the 1700s was gay.
Those parliaments
undeniably gay.
Undeniably
crazy
gay.
Back then. Like, I don't know, what about Jews? People are like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
come
on, guys.
Jews.
Back then, have a room full of dude in powder wigs being like, boo.
Yeah.
Like,
and the Jews looked exactly they looked the same as they do now. The big black coats.
Exact same outfits.
Same outfits, same
Hold on, I got what Adams did while he was in office. He was worried that his logic was another country could just come take this at any moment. So he came up with the Alien and Sedition Act, which meant if you talk shit on the government, we can jail you. So he started arresting journalists. He started
he was the first liberal who got befuddled by guys that back then it was another Democrat. It was Jefferson.
Yeah,
going like whatever it takes to win.
Yeah,
it's always been like the different parts of American democracy, the different kinds of people, the people who are like, we got to get this right, we got to sell our good ideas and convince people we're right, but then the other guys who are like, we just got to take office, we just need to win, and nerds lose that fight. Adams was the first one-term nerd president. There's a few of them.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Bush the first is another one.
He's
to
a
me.
one-term guy. He was from 97 to 01.
Yep.
Let's move to Jefferson.
He's number 3.
That's 01 to 09. He was a 2-term guy. Adams was a Federalist. Washington was obviously independent. Jefferson was a Democratic Republican. He was the first Mr. President. Right when he got in, the French and the British started going to war. So everybody in America was like, fuck England. Also, France just helped us.
Yeah.
Fuck England. Let's join it. And he was.
Although he loved the French. He loved the revolution in French.
Yeah, he did.
The Adams didn't, because it was bloody and horrible.
And he didn't like the French.
He didn't, and Jefferson loved the revolution, and he had all his friends over there. He spent a lot of his life there.
Yeah, but Americans started being like, fuck England. Let's join France in the war. He was the only one with the foresight to be like, we have 40 guys in our military and 3 boats.
Yeah.
Let's shut the fuck up.
Was not.
So he declared neutrality, and everybody called him a pussy. Then England started blocking his like fucking ships. I think he might have been the one who said, we're just not going to trade with either of them. So then the American economy just plummeted. England started just saying, if you're not trading with us, we're just going to confiscate your ships, kidnap all the sailors, make them join the British Navy.
What?
So he was getting punked by England.
You're talking about Jefferson. Well, it's interesting because Adams, what ended his presidency was a fake rumor that Jefferson started, that Adams was trying to start a war with and start a navy and do all this stuff, and it was all fake. But then it ended up kind of haunting Jefferson because the truth about all that ended up fucking him a lot.
Huh.
One thing interesting about Jefferson is because he's so famous for having had a slave and having had like 50,000 slaves, or whatever, not that many, and having had children with his slave, and I don't think he ever even gave her freedom. He didn't free
the kids.
He didn't free a couple. I think he freed a couple.
Free her.
Freed 2.
Yeah,
and the rest he kept enslaved until he died. And what was interesting about them?
damn, he did the ultimate because I said so.
His son, like that. Can I stop being a slave? He's like, no. I said no. They were like white.
Really?
His slave children, the woman that he
Sally.
had kids with, Sally, was like half white, or like was very light skinned.
Yeah, I think her mother, because her mother was in his family for a long time.
And his dad was fucking like.
Yes,
I mean it was like
what?
She was kind of a product of his father.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. But it's but an interesting thing about him in terms of slavery and American politics is that his first elected position was in the Virginia legislature. He was like a House of Reps guy in Virginia, and the very first thing he ever did as a politician was to propose a bill in the Virginia government to abolish slavery in the state of Virginia. It was the first thing he did. Of course, it got shot down, but it was his desire and his dream.
Yeah, because he was big on that with the French Revolution.
Yes,
with
and
Lafayette
yes, and all of these guys, all of these early guys wanted slavery out, but there was no way the South was going to do it.
Yeah,
and they wanted the Southern because the choice was to have like just 2 countries or 4 countries over here, or have a unified country and just deal with it.
Yeah,
we're going to have slavery, but create a framework.
Yeah,
where in the future, when it becomes possible, when things change, when things get more modern, we can get rid of it in the future.
And I could be wrong, but I think the North had abolished slavery early, like 1806, which is while Jefferson's in office. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
It was around the exact same time as England. In fact, maybe before.
Really?
The North. We were right. Us Northerners, we got it right.
A fun Jefferson story that I like is that when he was in Paris, he had this woman, a girlfriend named something Causeway or something. His wife died when he was pretty young, and she made him promise on her deathbed that he would never have another woman, which is a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, fuck,
to
man.
a young man that you're fucking.
Yeah, it's like
not even somebody to take care of the kids they had.
It's like, no, I promise.
Yeah, I know, but he's
oh, for sure.
So it was part of the reason that all of it, including Sally Hemings, that his loves were all secret because he was ashamed of every woman that he loved after that.
That's hot.
And so there was a woman in Paris. She was a British painter, and her husband. She was a woman. She was married, but she was a painter, and she fell in love with Thomas Jefferson, and they were very much in love with each other. But then the way they broke up was very funny to me because he wrote her these beautiful letters. And she was in love with him. He was in love with her. But then the French, when he was leaving France, they wanted a great portrait of him to put in the National Gallery. And they said to him, you can choose any painter in the world. And he was like, no, I want, a real guy. And his girlfriend was like, why not me? And he's like, baby, come on. I mean,
you're good.
You're good, but you're not like fucking grown man. You're not like fucking, I'm not for history.
True. These guys were that's the weirdest thing, how history they were like knowing they were going to get sucked into history, which is crazy to think about.
So here's a good one because we got to speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes over. So Napoleon's in there in France.
Yeah.
Post-revolution. This is the Louisiana Purchase. They sent James Monroe over. That was his bro. He goes to France. They thought they were negotiating the sale of just the port of New Orleans. This is all thanks in part to the fucking Haitian Revolution, which fucked France. Look into the Haitian Revolution. Yeah. It rules. He gets over there. Monroe finds out, they're trying to sell all of the Louisiana. Like, it's from New Orleans to the Rockies to Canada. It's huge. From the Appalachians to the Rockies, basically. And they didn't have time to consult Congress. So Thomas Jefferson just bought it on the spot, which he was like, I abused the fuck out of my power. And that was his whole thing is government should have no power.
Yeah.
He was against any
Well, that's what Jefferson's whole life was like, doing fucked up things and then saying nobody should be able to, like, say with slavery. He's like, people that need to stop having slaves. He's fucking a slave, and it's like, somebody's got to put a stop to this.
We got to stop this.
It's
Yeah,
the same
somebody's
thing
got to
as with
stop
that.
this. Somebody's got to stop fucking these slaves.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Louisiana
wish it could be me,
got 6
but I
kids.
need to fuck this one right now.
Those arguments must have been crazy. Dude.
All right.
But yeah, that was big because that secured the southern port. Then we
And,
had
and Monroe
What
was
was-
Secretary of State.
Monroe, yeah.
And then wasn't he the
No, Madison. Madison's next.
Because usually the Secretary of State would end up being president.
Vice president at this point. Although who was it? Was Jefferson Adams?
Jefferson was Adams' vice president.
Yeah. So that's 2 straight vice presidents. Then we got James Madison. He was a dork.
Yes.
He was a huge dork.
He was a nerd.
He was a
that didn't-
frail, nervous. Think Gerbies.
what?
He was
Yeah.
Gerbies.
Really?
But this is sick. So basically, he had the first. They said his lady was the first lady, Dolly Madison. That was like really like they would have parties at the White House. They would like try to get.
And also, he was Jefferson's mentor. He was another guy like Adams who was there all the time.
Yeah.
He was like a worker. He kept shit going, and he would write Jefferson and say in France and go, "Can you fucking come home and be president?" And Jefferson would write back and go, "I am just enjoying Paris, and I don't want to do it."
That's
and then he would
frustrating.
float in and just take the fucking big job. And yeah, Madison gets 4 years, and people are like, "Dude, you're boring."
No,
America has
Madison,
never liked nerds.
Madison gets 2.
Don't
because-
touch me. Don't touch me. Don't ever put your fucking hands on me.
I can't touch your
Don't ever
shoes
put
out
your
of respect.
Fucking hands on me.
I'm gonna grip you up.
God damn it.
Hold on. So Jefferson was shut the fuck up, guys. Shut up, guys.
Sean, get out.
Sean, don't look at me. So Madison takes some of the flack because everybody was calling Jefferson a pussy for not fighting England. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
What?
So America just declares war on England.
He nerd raged.
He nerd raged on England. England immediately marches down and burns Washington, D.C.
Burns it down.
They burnt the White House
Yep.
immediately.
He spaz cried.
But he spaz cries. He's like, nobody's going to call me gay. But then everybody always acts like we lost 1812 just because they burned that shitty White House.
Yeah.
So what?
First off, Washington, D.C. was a swamp. It was literally a swamp. It was a shithole. No one lived there. War of 1812, we fucked England up. Fort McHenry, Star Spangled Banner, all that shit. Battle of New Orleans, we smashed them.
Battle of
dude.
New Orleans was what's his name?
Jackson.
Fucking Jackson.
Yeah.
And Jackson, they were fighting the Battle of New Orleans. The war had been already over for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the war was already
Oh,
settled.
yeah, they fought
the
it in
treaty was
1815.
signed,
It was in January of
and
1815.
he was still fighting.
Yeah.
Once you
What?
get to Jackson, he's fucking
He's
incredible.
wild.
Incredible.
So-
first Trump. He was the first Trump.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, America, that's our first war as a country.
Yeah.
So now
Well,
America
also
is not
before
just
that,
colonies.
because England was just taking pot shots. England would just park a ship outside of like a Baltimore or whatever,
They're
and
so
just start
good.
heaving fucking fireballs for no reason. Like
dickheads,
you know
dude.
where do you know Hudson, New York? It's a town
Yeah.
on the Hudson. It has a weird maritime feeling to it. It looks like Nantucket. And that's because it's all people from Nantucket. It used to be this little whaling village in Nantucket. And in the 1810s, the British would just park a ship and just set houses on fire for fucking fun.
What?
So all the people that lived in that town founded Hudson. And they would go out and whale in the ocean. And then they'd drag a whale up the Hudson River.
Holy shit.
And they would slaughter it and then send it down the river. It was a great way to send whale meat and oil down to here, New York City.
yeah.
And that established a hub in New York, an upper New York State. Hudson became a very big, important. And that's where you ever heard of a guy named Legs Diamond? Because Diamond Street was like the first whore street.
It
'Cause
sounded like
Hudson became a place for farmers to bring their herds and get laid and get, just fuck and
Whoa.
gamble and have their animals slaughtered and brought down here on boats, and then they
so
go
they
home.
got paid. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
we'll
that's
skip-
what was going on. That's how much things like just the English, one English ship lobbing fireballs changes a ton
Oh,
of things.
yeah. Yeah, some
and they
farmer
finally
and his dick
needed it
sucked.
to stop.
Resulted in some guy getting ahead. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to face me wife.
Me wife.
So,
Okay, so now you got.
Now we're kind of unified. That was the first time.
Madison.
The War of 1812. It was a draw. I mean, they signed a treaty after 2 years.
Nothing changed, though.
Nothing changed.
The English stopped harassing us.
Yeah, but we declared war. They came over.
Yeah.
We kind of fucked them up, though. I looked at the casualty numbers. It was like double.
That doesn't matter in the historical
Of course. But everybody always acts like, because they got over here and they all died of disease kind of immediately. Like, they got fucked up.
It was hard to.
And they were like, we can't afford to fight this while we're fighting the French. Truce. That brings us to Monroe. Monroe was kind of the man. Monroe was the last founding father to be a president, fought in the Revolutionary War, was at Valley Forge. He came up with the Monroe Doctrine, which is neutrality. Mm-hmm. We got the Americas. Nobody fuck with us. Because they were all worried Spain or Europe was going to come back and take South
that was
America.
all the source of all our problems was these other fucking European countries being involved in their wars. So he was the first guy to go,
yeah, we're never going to go get involved in their wars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they were saying was that's like the most lasting policies of any of the founding fathers was like American neutrality. Europe, you can have your wars. We're staying the fuck out. Obviously, it lasted 100 years. Added Florida. Monroe got Florida from the Spanish.
Nice.
So the reason that happened, though, was because of Jackson. Because Jackson was taking his troops to Florida, and Monroe was sending a guy on a horse. Or I don't know if they had telegrams yet, but it'd take them 8 days to say, leave Florida alone. We're trying to negotiate a price. But finally, Monroe decided we don't want Florida anymore. They're asking the Spanish owned it. We can't afford to buy it. I can't justify it. I'm not going to get it through Congress. And Jackson was writing back and saying, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to take it militarily. I'm going to attack them. And Monroe said, no, you may not. I'm the president. You may not do that. And Jackson just ignored him.
Started attacking
and he
him.
did it.
What?
He took Florida, and then he showed up in D.C. and was like, right? That was good, right? And Monroe's like, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's like, but also I bought it.
Good job. Yeah, also I think
He
we
paid for it.
We paid for it, and it was a mess.
While Jackson was like fucking with them, the Spanish were like to Monroe, they were like, yeah, you can buy it.
He just went and killed him.
He was down fighting them, and he was like,
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna sell it.
There's two generals that did that. Him and MacArthur did that too. Just did shit without permission.
Yeah.
And then showed up and said, right, Mr. President, wasn't that the plan all
pretty
along?
good.
And he was like, yes, it was the plan all along. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
So you got that. But this is interesting because Monroe was the first part that this is where the slavery issue starts to take real issue because it was the Missouri Compromise. So Missouri was becoming a state. It was another slave state, pro-slavery.
Yeah, so every time they added a slave state, they'd have to add a free slave.
Free one to make sure it was balanced.
Yeah.
So that's when we added Maine. Missouri got to be a slave state. That's it for him. John Quincy Adams.
Yeah, so John Quincy Adams was Secretary of State. John Quincy Adams had a big role in Florida.
Yeah.
And he had a big role in that compromise. That was a big part. He was a statesman. John Quincy Adams, fucking fascinating guy. I read his biography. The thing about him and his father is that they wrote copious, really long diary entries, so we know a lot about those guys. But he traveled with his father to England. He was like the last link to the Great Revolution. Yeah, because he was with his father wherever he went, and he took him to France. He ended up being a diplomat. He was the first American ambassador to Russia. He lived in St. Petersburg, Russia. And him and his...
Oh, wait, was he the one who helped them kind of revolutionize?
I don't...
Or was that before?
Remember that.
Okay.
I mean, but he was in Russia way back then. And he'd take like a sleigh to countries that aren't there anymore, like Prussia. And he traveled all over. He traveled more than any like human being back then. Yeah. And he went across the ocean several times. So like something like 12 times back and forth.
Now
amazing guy. Incredible guy.
His opponent was Jackson in this election.
Yeah.
Jackson dominated. He won the popular vote by a greater margin than Reagan beat Carter. It was a landslide victory for him, but Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans came out and said all the guys from Kentucky were being fucking cowards. What? So then when it comes to the Electoral College, the guy counting the votes happened to be like a senator or something from Kentucky.
What?
And I was like, fuck this guy. And he just swung like 10 states. Because back then the Electoral College made perfect sense. Nobody in any state had ever heard of one of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
There was no news. There was no fucking anything.
Now you needed somebody. Yeah, you needed super delegates.
You needed
sort
to
of
just
handle
get your
things.
local guy and be like, you
go figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was enough for this guy to swing all these dudes in the meetings to be like, dude, Jackson's a fucking dickhead. We need John Quincy Adams. So he swung. I mean, it was
John Quincy
move.
Adams was
Cowardly
another nerd, one-term nerd.
Yes.
Who just couldn't get, I mean, as a president, he couldn't get, and he got almost nothing done, partly because Jackson and his people just thwarted every single thing
Jackson
he tried.
the whole country loved Jackson.
Everybody fucking loved that dude.
He was Trump.
So much.
He was Trump.
He was Trump. Imagine if Trump like dueled as much as
Jesus Christ.
Jackson
Jackson
died
would shoot
with
dudes.
something like 12 bullets in his body.
Yeah.
What?
That never left his body. He dueled all the time.
Yeah, let's just go straight to Jackson. Jackson, he's the next
Wait,
president.
he can't not be mentioned, John Quincy.
JQA.
Yeah, fuck John Quincy.
John Quincy Adams, well, after his presidency, he was in Congress forever from Massachusetts. He died at his seat in Congress.
Wow.
He died at his desk. He was because his thing, he was a huge abolitionist. He was like the only guy in the Congress willing to be an out and out. The slave states had so much power that they passed a gag law that said you can't say the word slavery in Congress. There used to be, there was a thing in Congress back then called petitioning. Anyone could send a petition to their congressperson and they had to say it, they had to mention it. So like you could send a thing to Congress saying, I want retards to be allowed to drive, whatever you would do. I want retarded people to have driver's license.
Yes.
And he would say, he'd have to go, okay, the petition from Shane Gillis, he wants retards to drive.
The honorable.
And everyone would go, I move to table it, and then they just table it. But they passed a law saying you couldn't even mention a petition that said the word slavery, because that's how electrified that it was. Like, we don't want anybody. We know you're trying to get rid of slavery. We don't even want you to say. And they passed it. So Quincy Adams would do it, and he would just break the law, and he would just say it over and over again. He would read petitions about slavery, and he would get sent. Then they would all vote, the whole Congress, to censure him for going against the rules, and he got censured over and over again. And he represented the Amistad slaves and got them set free. Yeah, did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he was the slave ship that was taken over by slaves and was grounded in Massachusetts, I think.
So he was saying the S word. He got in trouble.
Yeah.
He got not only in trouble, those slaves asked him to represent that. He was their lawyer.
What?
Because they were Virginia slave masters who were they were Haitian slaves that they were waiting for, that they had paid for. But he found a way it wasn't like a slavery is wrong trial. It was, you guys don't have a receipt trial. It was like, you ain't got the paperwork, go fuck yourselves. So they were free. But he died. He was in the middle of a big impassioned argument. He was yelling and he had a heart attack. And he died right there with the whole Congress around him,
watching
because people loved that guy.
Yeah,
he was a great guy. He was the first president or former president to ride on a steamship, and he used to ride on the steamships with a blanket over him, and folks would surround him. All the passengers would surround him, and he would just tell stories. He was a great guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Man, I didn't know any of that.
There's just a part of me that liked Jackson.
Jackson's great, but
I
mean, and again, to me, I look at all these guys, I evaluate them as characters. They're all great, amazing characters. They all did awful things,
of course.
Yeah,
but I mean, Obama fucking bombed, fucking weddings.
Obama.
But yes, Jackson was a crazy but shrewd. A great thing about Jackson was that his inaugural party in the White House.
Yeah,
this is wild. They stormed the Capitol.
He invited everybody. That's exactly right.
He
invited everyone. He said anyone that wants can come. No invitation needed. It's the people's house, and the house was crammed with common people getting drunk, stealing shit, and they wouldn't leave. And there's a honor code in the White House. You don't ask someone to leave. You don't ever throw anybody out. So they couldn't get them. Like, days went by where people are shitting on the floor and raiding the fucking pantry and just fucking people and whatever.
What?
And so what they did was they got huge kegs of beer and they put them on the lawn. And they said, "Hey, come out. Let's drink under the stars. Let's have, And they invited them out for beer on the lawn, and they all came outside and they locked the doors. That was how he was a people's president.
Yeah,
like
he was
there was
the first populist
in his
first guy. Yeah,
first one to appeal to the common person. Yeah. There was an author, English guy. I read his biography of him, and they have one account of an English traveling writer who would write travel logs. And he was in Washington and he thought, what is it like? Can you meet the president? And he just walked. There wasn't a fence around the house.
Yeah, people just could walk in and
so
see
he
him.
just walked to the front door and he knocked on the door. And a butler came to the door and said hello. And he said, I'd like to meet the president. And he's like, is he expecting you? He goes, no. And the butler's like, all right, well, come in and sit down. And he went in. The guy waited like 20 minutes. And Jackson came out of his office, which was like full of people, and he said, I'm in a pretty important, like, who are you?
Yeah.
And he said, I just wanted to meet you and say hi. And he was like, all right, can you wait an hour? And he's like, sure. So he went and whatever, fucking signed a thing to kill all the Indians.
Yeah.
And then he came and had sandwiches brought, and he sat with the guy and just talked to him for an hour.
Damn.
He also he was the first president, I think, to ride on a train. He took a train. He was the first one to do this, that he went all over the country.
Yeah.
He went up to Maine. Presidents never travel. He was the first guy to do that. Like, he thought people should see the president. People should have contact with the president.
The Trail of Tears, he flubbed that one.
Yeah,
flubbed. He
was
nailed
a bit of a flub. He did do exactly what his goal
he did
was.
what he tried to do. He fucking flubbed.
That was a bit of a flub.
He was not. He didn't make mistakes.
I looked it up. I don't know if they had slaves.
Yeah.
The fucking dudes on the Trail of Tears, they were like, we got to bring our slaves.
If slaves are available, folks get slaves. That's just the way that goes.
I couldn't believe it.
But when he was
peaceful
natives, that's what the part you don't hear is like the Indians are like, you know what he did to us and what he did to our slaves was even
our
worse.
slaves had it real bad on the Trail of Tears.
I mean, tell me about it.
Yeah, but didn't they like share everything with their slaves though?
I don't know. Yeah, they were way better.
It was
slaves.
They were like real peaceful.
It was egalitarian, dude.
They were some of those good slave owners. The natives.
There's some story from some big chief went to the White House to meet with Jackson, because Jackson was very honest. He didn't underhand ever. He didn't play politics. He did horrible things, but he just went ahead and did them. Like, there was a slave revolt during his presidency where they took over a fort. The slaves took over a fort and just said, we just want out. We just want to be taken to the north or Canada or whatever. And so he just got a bunch of cannons and just lit the whole place up. Killed
bombed them.
He didn't fucking care. So some famous, like a name you'd recognize, it wasn't like Sitting Bull, but it was some big, all of the Indians, all the tribes chose this guy to negotiate with Jackson. And he went and talked to Jackson, just the two of them, and he came out crying and said,
"What?
We're in trouble."
Yeah, he says, "We're not. This is gonna go bad. This is gonna go bad." No, he just had his way of thinking about how it was gonna go. He's like, "No, we got to clear these guys out of here."
Also in line with Trump, he was like, "This is where the term mudslinging starts."
Yeah,
it was him and John Quincy. Their election or their debates and shit was. He would just talk. They would talk shit. There would be nasty rumors in the papers.
Whatever it took.
Yeah.
Whatever it took. No, I remember I have a friend who's a Trump guy who I've known for a long time. I'm not going to say that his name is Nick DiPaolo. But knowing Nick has always given me some insight into the mentality of that kind of guy. Not just Trump, but guys like Jackson. I remember once I was with Nick and a lot of people, and he was and like three Democrats were yelling at him, and he was starting to say crazy fucked up things to them. And at one point I'm like, Nick, you know that's wrong. And he goes, it's 3 against 1. like what do you want me to do? Like, he's in and it gave me and then it brought me back to when I was like 19 and I was friends with Nick, and we were comedians in Boston, and there was a pinball machine we really liked playing at this one club. So we're playing pinball against each other. And when it was my turn, I was starting to beat his score, and he just put his hand over my hand,
So you couldn't-
so I couldn't flip. And he just looked at me like this, and I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I win. I win. I don't care."
Fuck.
But
He
Jackson,
was big too. Wasn't he
Jackson
strong?
was yes.
Yeah,
Jackson
he's
was the
strong.
first. Yeah, he was a football player.
Yeah.
A college football player. Jackson was the first president to go like, "Fuck you. I'm winning. I'm winning this. I don't care what happens to you. We're gonna you know."
So he also, one of the big things with Jackson, he vetoed more bills than every president before him combined.
Nice.
He hated the banks. He like went to war.
It's crazy that he's on the 20.
Yeah.
It's like a joke because he hated the idea of a central bank. He hated the idea of a treasury. He thought that it should just be folks have their money, use gold, and you trade. And he wanted.
So I think the U.S. Bank at the time, I think it was called the United States, like the Bank of the United States, was up for to be renewed.
Mm-hmm.
And he just happened to be the president, and he vetoed it.
Yeah, and it was a thing you don't veto. It
You
wasn't
can't
like,
veto it.
No, but
He
did
vetoed it. So then the next guy, we'll get to him, is his vice president, Van Buren. He takes over.
Mm-hmm.
He takes over a completely destroyed economy because he vetoed the bank.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
cool guys.
Yeah.
America is made of cowboys and nerds. So you got cowboys who show off and who show what kind of people we are, and then you have nerds who actually get things done. But the cowboys get the credits.
Yeah.
And then nerds get fucked every time.
He got fucked. His nickname was Van Ruin.
Yes. He had a lot of nicknames.
They were like,
Old
"Fuck this."
Kinderhook. He was
Yeah.
another total nerd, and everybody hated Van Buren. He was like a little fucking...
Yeah. He was
Just,
supposed to be, I think, he was one of those vice presidents that was supposed to be a link. Like, because Jackson was the man in the South, kind of, or wherever, and they were like, let's get this dork to.
He was from
he was
Kinderhook,
Pence.
New York.
He was his Pence.
Yeah.
He was Trump's Pence.
Yeah.
He was the legend is that he was one of the first people to have pamphlets, like a lot of pamphlets, like the press, like the mass press started to get big. So his pamphlet was, because he was called Old Kinderhook because he's from Kinderhook, New York. So his thing was okay, and it was a check mark.
Oh, nice.
And that's where people say that okay comes from.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was like his thing was you okay with a check mark. That was the point. It was like vote for Old Kinderhook.
That's
Whoa.
the thing. That's the thing. When you look into this, that's where all of our shit comes from.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's all of this. All right. Well, you got to speed up because this one's funny. Van Buren sucked, whatever.
Yeah, he's
Here comes Harrison. He's the next guy. Everybody called him Old Granny because he was too much of a geezer to run. So on his inauguration, he was like, I'm going to prove to everyone how tough I am.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold and raining. He had like an 8,000 word inauguration.
Yeah.
He got pneumonia and died.
He died. He was like a few months.
He died immediately. Like,
Shortest term. Died.
Damn.
shortest term.
Never didn't have a minute of acting as
Trying to
president.
prove he was tough.
Got sick the first day
Died immediately.
and died a few months later.
What?
Yep.
Buried a G.
That brings us to Tyler. He did nothing.
Tyler was
His
general,
party
right?
abandoned him.
No, I'm thinking of Taylor.
He was Harrison's vice president. So
Oh, he
Harrison
stepped down.
dies. The one thing he did do is set the precedent that the vice president stays as president.
Nice.
So everyone was like, "What? We don't know what to do here. The president's never died. Do you take over as an interim guy until we find a new guy?" And he was like, "No, I'm just the president."
I'm the president.
And enough that his party hated him for that. So his own party abandoned him. They didn't
Why?
put him up for re-election.
Well, because they thought they should choose another guy.
They wanted to be able to put
a
another
stronger
guy.
guy.
Yeah. So he stayed. He had no parties supported him. He got nothing done. He was never up for re-election
It
again.
must have been awkward.
That brings us to our guy, though. This is who I wanted to get to. Polk, dude. Turns out Polk's the man.
Really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Pope.
No.
He was one term because he was a dark horse out of nowhere, and he promised everybody in his party, I'll only do one term. That way, some of you guys that are good, that are getting ready, you can take over. I promise to do one term. When he was running, his opponent's slogan was, "Who is James K. Polk?" Like, people were talking shit. As soon as he got in, oh, this is good. He was a tiny guy. He was 5'8", which was like,
That's really small.
yeah, he was 5'8", and when he got in, his wife was the one who came up with, they got to play Hail to the Chief every time you come in a room to give you some respect.
Give him a little,
Yeah, so that's why that happens.
Nice.
So right away, Polk starts going
But it was
wild.
kind of a joke. It's like if a midget walked in.
Yeah,
Everybody goes, it's just a little guy.
No, Polk's a beast. Immediately, he starts fucking with the British about Oregon. So they have the Oregon Territory
yeah.
out there, which is just beaver hunting. Everybody's, beaver hunting. We're doing a little bit of
What do
that
you
in
mean?
Nash Vegas.
What do you mean?
He's trying to get pussy.
About pussies.
Hunting in Oregon for
They were in Oregon, Oregon, pussy hunting. So the British were pussy hunting. The British and Americans were both pussy hunting on the same territory. And Polk was like, nah, we're done with that. And he said the latitude and longitude was 54 and 40. So he came out with the slogan 54 and 40 or fight. He was saying that to the British. He was like, we're going to fuck catchy. You guys up.
True.
So he came out with that. And the British.
People were really into
they loved
latitudes
slogans.
and longitudes.
They were.
Back then.
So he called that. And the British were afraid to call his bluff. They were just like, fine, take it.
Like, that slogan is so good.
Yeah, like,
just take it.
Fuck, dude, this guy's
Dude,
nuts.
you came up with the fucking, you used the longitude and latitude?
So he takes that territory, which is huge. And then it's not just Oregon, it's Washington and all that.
You know why Oregon is, Portland is called Portland?
Mm.
I bet you I do.
It was kind of, do you?
No, it's not.
It was going to be Boston.
What?
Because the two guys, is it Lewis and Clark?
Yeah.
So one of them is from
That was Jefferson.
One of them is from
that.
Boston, and one of them is from Portland, Maine. And they both wanted to name it after their hometown.
Oh.
And they flipped a coin
Huh.
and named it Portland. And there is a Boston in Oregon.
Mm.
There's a town called Boston, Oregon. Anyway, go on.
So after he gets
I know.
Oregon,
Yeah.
he's like, all right, it's time for me to get Texas.
Mhm.
He starts fucking with the Mexicans. Like, say they would send troops down just to see if the Mexicans would shoot first.
Mhm.
Finally, they did. He
Fucking
immediately
lazy Mexicans.
Finally, they shot
so
a bunch
many
of
times
He-
to get off their fucking frijoles and fire a shot.
So they go to war.
Here they come again. I don't want to fire.
He
I'm too
fired
busy
the lads.
drinking
Probably one of them was like-
tequila.
70,000 troops poured in.
Oh no.
So we immediately took California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Texas.
And
This
then
is all
who was
Polk
the
in
general?
4 years.
Who was the general that penetrated all the way to Mexico City? This is later, right?
This was the next guy who was Zachary Taylor.
Yeah, Zachary Taylor was
Zachary
the big
Taylor.
Mexican American war
Yeah,
guy.
he was the war hero.
What?
Zachary Taylor was dominating.
So they
but this is-
gathered-
He went into Mexico City, and if you go to in Mexico City, the big thing is Los Niños. These 6, I think it's 4 or 6 kids. So they stormed. They went all the way to Mexico City, and the citadel, the Chapultepec, the palace. The army was so decimated that it was finally just the cadets of the military school were the only ones
Yikes.
defending the capital, and they were just 4 kids firing on the American army is just coming. And they wrapped themselves in Mexican flags and jumped and dove and killed themselves. That was how they ended the
pretty
war.
awesome.
And the moment is Zachary Taylor was holding one of them and he was saying they were just kids. Like he had no idea they were like fucking 12, 15 years old.
Oh man.
And in Chapultepec, there's 4 big pillars that are still they're like war heroes.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What did Mexico have back then? Was it like a king or like
A lot
what
of they had so what was going on all these years, Napoleon assumed that the South would win the Civil War eventually, that there would be Europe always bet on the South because the South was a aristocratic America. It was about plantations and old families, and that's a European. And they loved Europe in the South. The North was always against Europe and wanting to start something new. So during the Civil War, so Maximilian was just a Habsburg. But the way kings worked back then, there were some royalty factories. So the Habsburg family, who I think were like Flemish or whatever the fuck. They just had like a cousin of a king. They went Maximilian and his wife. They're like, you guys take Mexico. So Napoleon sent French troops to Mexico and installed Maximilian. But then
Which is what Cinco de Mayo is.
yes, and then the Mexicans finally overran because when we lost the Civil War, when we lost the Civil War, I don't know what made me say that. No, when the South lost the Civil War, Napoleon was like, all right, fuck this.
Well,
And
wait,
he just-
Napoleon was gone for this.
Or whoever the French
Yes,
pulled their
yes.
well, there was like 3 Napoleons.
Oh, true.
Right.
I think it was a later Napoleon.
Wow. Yes.
Pulled support,
Yeah.
and Maximilian they beheaded him.
Fuck.
They fed peyote to his wife and sent her home. And there's some little village somewhere in like the Netherlands where they tell you like she's gonna come get you because she would run in the streets. She went insane. She would run the streets screaming, and they tell kids if you don't get to sleep because she comes out at night. If you don't go to sleep, she's gonna come get
God.
you. So
Yeah,
that's
she
how
must
far.
have been-
That's how far in Mexico.
Dude, if
I'm
they-
sorry to derail you,
No,
but so
that's
so
great.
Zachary. So you were still at Polk
No,
and then Taylor.
Polk, but still. So one thing that was cool was when Polk was instigating this war with Mexico.
You got to cut that part where I say we lost.
No,
You have
that's
to
good.
cut that. I don't
That's
know what
good. You
made me say
corrected
that.
it immediately. This is pretty sick. So Polk was up there like they're fucking with us. They shot at our troops. An old one-term senator from Illinois at the time stood up and said, "Were we on their territory when we shot him?" There was one guy that was opposed to the Mexican-American War, a guy by the name of Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
Abraham Lincoln.
And people were like, "Hey, shut up, pussy.
Yeah, dude.
We're trying to take Texas. Shut
yeah."
the fuck
He's
up."
like, "You guys, were we?" I'm like, "Shh."
Yeah,
He was like, "Sorry."
See, I think this was wrong. They're like- Anyway, that's why Polk's kind of the man. He added 1/3 of the entire United States in a 4-year term.
Damn.
Pretty good. Well, in territory.
I know, but still,
Still, it's like those big
Yeah, but you got
states.
Texas and California.
And they were just
That's
sitting on
probably
the
half our population.
good.
True. And they were sitting
I
on the
wish
border.
he hadn't added them, especially Texas.
The
But
troops
again-
are sitting
Then
there
we
being like,
wouldn't
Mexico
have
sucks. Mexico fucking
Finally,
sucks.
one of them got just
Go,
popped.
go.
Oh shit! Run! They're pissed.
Yo, Mexico's gay.
Again, that was a smashing. America destroyed Mexico.
Yeah.
It was mean.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Then this is good. Polk, he was working his tail off.
His tail.
He was tired. He was so exhausted when he got done. He went back to Tennessee and just died.
like right away, right?
Yeah.
He died, yeah.
He was like, "That was too much. I
That
should
was
have done
a
all
lot
that."
of work. Yep.
Just died. So then comes Zachary Taylor. This is 1849 to 1850. That's a quick term. Old Rough and Ready.
Yeah.
Pretty sick nickname.
Old dead and
Yeah, he's
last
always
long.
about to be dead.
Yeah, he died. I don't remember what he died of.
He was
Just being in the 1800s.
Yeah. He was one of the largest slaveholders in the South. So when he got elected, the South was like nice because at this point, the territories, he just added. Polk did all that in 4 years, which was sick, but it was too much because now there's so much territory and the slaves versus the abolitionist debate. Every state they had to add. There was a debate. There was a debatey.
All Southern presidents, so many Southern presidents.
Yeah,
I mean, outside of the Adamses.
pretty much nonstop. Virginia.
Yep.
And then it gets into like Tennessee and
They started digging into their bench was not
yeah, they
good
get to
enough.
Tennessee, dude.
And then we started kind of with Ohio, we started coming back.
Yeah.
Huh.
Actually, kind of northern presidents tended to suck. Lincoln ruled.
Yeah, but he was Kentucky, Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois,
We'll
but from
take that one.
which
I always
state?
forget one. I think he was born in Kentucky in a log cabin in Kentucky.
And then he was the
Then he was the
Illinois. Then he moved to
Illinois,
Illinois.
yeah.
Who fucking knows? There's no
Yeah.
way to know.
We weren't right about
Nobody
half
will
these.
ever know,
We were never
really.
correct about half these facts, but we're having fun.
Oh yeah, I could be. I love
Yeah,
just
who cares?
acting like I know.
It's great. So one thing, Taylor gets in there. Everybody's like nice. Everybody in the South's like nice. This guy's pro-slavery. He gets in. He tends to start actually leaning towards standing with the North. This is all leading to the Civil War because like guys like this start fucking this up. As soon as he says we're going to establish or abolish slave in the Western territories, South Carolina says they're going to succeed. Taylor says he's going to fucking hang everybody down there if they do it.
What?
Yeah, he didn't react well to this
Yeah,
stuff.
no.
He wasn't like, let's talk and send it
Yeah,
over
he's like,
hang
there.
you
we're
guys.
going to fucking
He would
hang
just
all of
say
you.
that, and then they're like, "Are you?" And he's like, "Well, no, but."
I'm going to hang a lot of you.
The problem with tough talk. Yeah,
This is how he died.
What did he do?
So
What
he
happened?
went. This is
by
his
doing
first
a
term.
podcast about. All right, go ahead. How did he die?
He went to Washington D.C. for Independence Day, and he ate too many cherries and milk.
What?
Because, like I said, it was a swamp, so there was like a cholera
That was
outbreak.
like the old Pop Rocks
Oh.
and Coke.
Yeah, he had cherries and frosted milk, and,
And that was
he
it?
exploded.
Damn, it must have been delicious.
By the way, you know how
though.
many there were 4 presidents? When you think about the fact that 4 of them were assassinated,
Yeah.
4?
Well, successfully. Yeah, I
So
hear you.
4 were killed,
Shot, yeah.
shot and killed.
Yeah.
4 out of 40. There's been 47 presidents.
10%.
Wait, hold on. How many got shot and killed? I don't think they got shot and killed.
Yeah, 4 were shot and killed. Is it Garfield?
See,
No.
this is where I stopped. When
A
I
guy
told
with
you.
a G. It's either Grover Cleveland or Garfield. One of those two was
Yeah,
shot
he
and
can-
killed.
Yeah.
McKinley shot and killed. JFK and Lincoln.
Nice.
4 shot and killed. Reagan fucking
Close.
badly shot.
Yeah.
Roosevelt, Teddy, shot in the chest.
The bull.
But had a thick piece of paper with his speech and a glasses case.
man.
Finished the speech, dude.
Yep, finished the speech.
Got shot and was like,
And somebody shot at Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
you got
And he had a cane and he beat the shit out of the guy. Almost beat him to death. The guy shot him and he just get the fuck. It was right outside the Capitol.
What?
Like by the big pillars or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just beat the fucking shit out of him.
Dude who shot
Yeah,
him.
he was insane. Old
All right.
Hickory.
Were they
Yes.
all crazed lone gunmen type things, or was it like?
Yeah, most of them were crazy people. There's a few other guys that were shot at that
Yeah,
somebody
sure.
took shots at them, and but that they didn't get hurt. Oh, what's his name? Well, FDR. They killed the governor who was sitting next to him. A spray of bullets, and he wasn't hurt, but the governor sitting next to him was killed.
Jesus.
Governor of Georgia or Florida, I don't fucking know. Anyway, go on. But yeah, like over 10%, like 12% of them have been shot.
Yeah.
That's
So it's an
crazy.
intense job
It's pretty intense.
to take. There's a good chance.
It is like a higher rate than actual soldiers in war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It's probably.
I guess so.
I bet
Yeah.
it is.
Might
That's
be.
fucked up.
Yeah, because in like regular like revolution shit, it's like 70,000 soldiers, 2,000 dead.
What's crazy
Shit
is
like that.
But before it used to be like when you like what's his name, Alexander the Great and whoever. Some kings used to lead. Heads of state
Yeah.
used to lead charges. They
Yeah.
used to be the front horse, like going right headlong into an army.
That'd be nice to be a
Yeah,
guy
a lot of
holding a spear, like,
Roman guys did that. And,
jackpot.
Yeah, I fucking got him.
Holy shit!
got
He's
the
coming
king.
right at me. He's coming right
Oh,
at me.
I'm
Oh,
just
fuck,
some,
I blew
I'm
it.
just some guy.
Fuck, I missed.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're at Fillmore. The thing that sucks about fucking Taylor dying is he was like kind of a beast that could have maybe prevented the Civil War that was looming.
And then Fillmore was just a schlub.
Fillmore was a schlub. He signed. This is where it all starts to fuck up. Every single one of these guys up to Lincoln is just fucking up immensely. He
Just
wanted to
passing
sign.
the buck and passing the buck.
So Taylor was offered to sign the Compromise of 1850, which was some shit about one slave state, one regular, or they get to decide, shit like that. As soon as fucking Taylor died, Fillmore takes over and signs it. Southerners were mad that California would join as a free state. Northerners were mad about the fugitive slave law. So they both compromised and were both pissed. Fugitive slave law was if you find a slave in the North, there's U.S. Marshals that'll catch them and bring them back to the South.
You have to help them get them back.
And
really?
there were dudes that were just like grabbing black people. Be like, got him.
Yeah.
Where's my bounty? So
That's
it
how
was
the
it was
12
bad.
years a slave guy got taken.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah, he was a free northerner who
Somebody
just
just
got
kidnapped
grabbed by
him.
one of those
Yeah.
guys.
Damn.
It was bad.
Happened all the time.
He was the last member of the Whig Party. They didn't run him a second term. Here comes Franklin Pierce. He was pals with Jackson, son of a Revolutionary War hero. He's from the North, but he was pro-slavery. They thought this was going to work. 2 months before this is crazy. 2 months before his inauguration, he and his family were in a train crash, and the only casualty was his 11-year-old son.
Damn.
So his entire time in office, he's blacked out, drunk, and depressed. He's the
Fuck.
saddest guy of all time. He's not listening. His kid just died. His wife blamed him for the death constantly.
Oh.
She was like, we should have never been on that train. You just had to be the fucking president.
Oh,
Oh, you
man.
gave birth to him, bitch.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
You were on the train. You had fun.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
So he's there. During Pierce, they do the Transcontinental Railroad. This is like the real. This is a fuck up for the North wants it to be from Chicago to L.A. or one of those places out west. The South wants it to be from Atlanta to L.A. In order to get it done, they have to get rid of the Missouri Line Compromise, which made it nothing north or south of here was the slave line. They decided to make it so every new territory got to decide themselves. They got to vote in order to get the Transcontinental Railroad. So this opened.
Every single thing we did to build this nation ran into this slave problem.
Yes.
Every single thing we tried to do was like, yeah, but the fucking north-south slave, fucking
Yep.
slave states, non-slave states.
Jesus.
We need to build a railroad across. That's the first interstate
Yes.
thing. The first interstate objective.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that you need a federal government. It's why the federal government got stronger and stronger. Because every state gets to do their own thing, but you want to take a fucking train from one to the other, these two states have to make a compromise.
Yeah.
So you needed a federal government to make these.
It was like the precursor to union, non-union. They just blow
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
gigantic like inflatable rat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the other reason, just as general thing, that the federal government became, what gave the federal government power was the states wanting parity with each other. Like when environmental laws became a thing, they were state laws. So like Indiana would make a law, you can't dump, sludge into the river anymore. So every company in Indiana has to pay extra to do a better job of dumping their shit and take it to the ocean or somewhere else, ruin somebody else's life.
Yeah.
But so next door to Indiana is Illinois, and they're like, we dump anything we want.
Yeah.
And so all the business goes there.
Mhm.
And so the Illinois company's like, we don't want to dump. We don't want to hurt the environment, but we can't compete with these guys.
Yeah.
Right? So they would go all the states would go to the Fed and say, please pass a law that affects everybody so that we can all do the right thing that we want to do without having to get squeezed out by this guy.
Yeah.
And that worked until we started doing shit with Mexico and India and China. But anyway, go on.
But yeah,
so,
Taylor, it was
where
interesting
are we?
to me. We're at I think Pierce,
Pierce,
right? On the Transcontinental Railroad.
Yeah.
That turns out to be like, that's what started it. I mean, obviously there's a ton of major factors, but that was like a big one because it opened what was called the Nebraska-Kansas Act, which is they got to decide to vote whether they were pro-slave or pro-abolition. So then a bunch of people just rushed in from the north and the south, and they started fucking killing each other.
What?
It was I forget the names. They were pretty sick. It was like the Free Staters versus the Border Ruffians. This is where John Brown and his son was out there.
Oh yeah.
They started hacking people with swords to death. Like
Jesus.
that was it. And Franklin Pierce was like, he did nothing. He didn't get involved.
Yeah, but dude, it must have been crazy when you had a bunch of slaves. Like, this is wrong. You had to be like, nah. You couldn't. It must have been crazy to be like, nah, I don't think it is.
Well, you just would pretend not to, or you just wouldn't. I mean, you'd see it on the newspaper was faded, and it was like, I don't know that much about it.
Just not being able to go down.
I'm
with
okay
that
to
bit.
my slaves. I treat them okay.
Yeah, they're great.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Tell him. He's
right.
like, oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he was all right. No, it's fine. No, and meanwhile, the North was starting to get. This is getting after Pierce is who?
Buchanan.
So Buchanan is the guy who right before Lincoln.
Yes.
Right. Because the other thing that was going on is the North is industrializing, and the North is starting to build sweat houses and factories, and so part of the argument that people were having that is like the kind of argument we would have now. If it would be interesting to take this culture with Twitter and everything and supplant it to slavery days and how we would have handled that debate back then.
True.
Because there were people that were saying, the North has free workers and a ton of them immigrants that had started, and they're treated like garbage. They're living like shit, and they're dying in large numbers and getting sick, uneducated, and being not allowed to be educated.
Yeah.
Kids are working heavy,
There's a ton
long
of
shifts
southern political cartoons that are like that.
that are about how bad they were. And like our slaves are like a member of the family.
Yeah.
We give them their own house with their plot of land. They get to do this and that. Most slave owners were better. That this is the argument, and that the North was just like wholesale destroying lives.
Yeah.
And read what's his name, fucking Upton Sinclair. Shit was going on in Chicago and the slaughterhouses.
What's it called?
It's
about the meat packing shit, right?
Yeah,
the jungle. What's it called?
The jungle.
Yeah.
So another important thing about that point of the industrialization of the North, it just flooded with immigrants. So now their population's so big that they get more votes, they get more electoral, like all that. So now the South's like, we need to get power. So now we need more states. We need more states because otherwise they're going to abolish slavery and we're going to be poor.
But they're also hanging on to a way of life in the South.
Yeah.
And in the North, they're not. They're trying to do anything that's new and anything that's next and anything that's large amounts of money and large amounts of industry. And they're manufacturing in huge amounts. In the South, they're just trying to play a fiddle and whip a guy and grow a little tuft of cotton for one shirt every 6 months.
Yeah, true. It's a good thing to point out.
It's important to know.
True.
Yeah, but
That
was the fight. It was an insanely different.
Yeah.
But we still wanted to be one country. So it was this weird a conflict that never went away.
So
yeah,
then,
like, does it continue to morph till now? It's just like some dudes
It does.
chill,
It's- we are-
and other dudes like, no, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tight.
But so what's his name?
now we're at James Buchanan, who's probably the worst.
Yeah,
I think
he was he was frozen by two. He had so much pressure.
He was a lawyer from Pennsylvania that was just about the law,
Yeah,
which was the last thing he needed to be as the president, which was like, well, that's the rule.
but he had all of Lincoln's problems with none of his charisma and guts.
Yeah.
And blood.
That was
crazy,
James Buchanan had the Dred
willingness
Scott.
to kill.
Dred Scott was
Yeah.
under James Buchanan, which was where, if you don't know about that, that was about a slave living in free territory, and he was suing to get his freedom. It went all the way up to the Supreme Court, where they ruled he was an object, so he was not a citizen. Therefore, that ruling made sure every black person in America was an object and not a citizen. And Buchanan responded by saying, "That's the law. That settles it." Instead of standing up, he just had to follow the law.
yeah.
So he was just like an extension of the court.
Yeah,
That wasn't his job.
yeah.
Man,
And that brought us to Lincoln. And as soon as Lincoln gets elected, the South secedes.
Yeah, every state starts to say we're not America anymore. Like immediately before he takes office.
It's also crazy checking in on the headlines, and you're like, nah, they said you're a chair, basically. And you're like, fuck.
yeah, dude.
Yes.
Fuck.
You got Lincoln, though. You know Lincoln.
Well, we could maybe skip him because it'll be the whole fucking.
Yeah. We could
I
stop.
mean, look,
we could stop
Lincoln-
with Lincoln. Let's stop
True.
with Lincoln. And then you go on to some guys you're interested in after Lincoln.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. We
What
can go as long
how
as we
we've
want.
Been talking for?
An hour.
Okay. Well,
You're not
Lincoln-
enjoying this? You're not having the time of your life?
I'm having a great time.
I knew you would. This is
I'm
nice,
not
right?
having a great time.
You're not having a great time.
No, I'm not. I hate this.
Decent time.
Really?
No, I'm having a good time.
How much fun?
You decide which one. The thing I liked about, I mean, I gave you that book about Lincoln. That's a great, what's his name? Carl Sandburg. It's a weird kind of stream of consciousness telling of Lincoln's story in 4 volumes. It's crazy. Just the warriors, just from when he took office. And when he was coming here, there was everything, hell was breaking loose, and there was supposed to be a January 6th. There was supposed to be one.
What?
There was a plan to stop the certifying of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went to General, what was his name? He was the only American general then, because we didn't fight wars anymore.
Yeah.
So the army was kind of like not, you know.
I think he was the commander.
It's a name you just know when you
when it
hear it.
started.
Like Scott something.
Oh, yeah, Winfield Scott.
Winfield Scott.
Yes.
Perfect.
So they went to Winfield Scott, the guys running the government, and then they said, we think there's going to be this thing where they're going to try to stop the. So he said, if anyone, made a declaration, publicly, he said, if anyone tries to stop the counting of the votes and the democratic process from happening, either by force or by infiltration, I will stuff them into my cannon and fertilize my lawn with them. That's what he said.
Lincoln said that?
That's what he said.
What?
No,
And,
Winfield Scott.
Oh, Winfield Scott said
Yeah,
that.
and what he did in real fact, because he was a really smart guy, he gave all of the Capitol police and all those guys that they had the day off. They said go home, and he went and got policemen from Baltimore, from New York City, all kinds of like badass cops, and he had them in plain clothes all over the Capitol, all heavily armed, but in plain clothes. So, and people know, so if somebody started something, the guy would just go like this or elbow him or whatever.
Yeah.
But the appearance was that it was peaceful and that there was no military presence.
Whoa.
But nothing happened. That's what it took to get Lincoln. Everybody, up to the minute that happened, everyone was like, I don't know if he's ever going to take office. People believed he would never be president.
Dude, he wasn't even on the ballot in the southern states. Not even on the ballot.
Yeah.
What?
He didn't win one southern state.
A lot of people, big people who would be like whoever now, wrote long things saying, don't take office. Your presidency, your victory is hollow. It's not real. Not even just people from the South, but people from the North. Everyone was afraid that Lincoln was going to just immediately free the slaves and start war with the South. And his first inauguration, he says, first thing out of his mouth is, I have no intention of freeing the Southern slaves or changing their slave laws. And yes, we will chase down and bring you back your slaves when they come up here within reason. He puts like a tiny thing of like, we're not going to like make it our obsession, but we will do it. Like, it's the first thing out of his mouth.
That's what bothers me about people, like people that are critics of him hang on to that. And they're like, Lincoln didn't want to do it. It's like, dude, the whole time that's what he wanted.
Of course he did. That's what, again, it goes all the way back to the framers. They all wanted this to be a better country than it was. So they knew they couldn't create a nation without slavery. So they said, let's create a nation where people can change peacefully. They can change not only leadership, but the laws. That create a situation where people figure it out for themselves and move forward and change, instead of like a constitution could have been a very permanent thing. It could have been a very solid permanent thing, but they actually made it elastic on purpose. And that's, Lincoln was like, we'll do it, guys.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We need some fucking time. And boy, what it cost is crazy. And a lot of people who didn't want slavery were really angry at Lincoln for how hard he pushed that war, and that he didn't just settle it. Just let the South do whatever they want. We have our free blacks here. Let them take their chances down there. You're killing millions, or however many fucking, I don't know how many people it was. Like 250,000 people died in the Civil War.
Yeah, probably around there.
Something like about how many we killed in Iraq in a day.
Yeah,
pretty much.
True.
Yeah, for doing nothing.
Less than Middle Eastern civilians.
Yeah. Measure it in like Persian weddings.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, Lincoln's the best.
It was really something. I mean, it just took a lot of political guts, a lot of fuck.
Yeah.
This is gonna suck.
Just trying to talk to these fucking cunts from the South.
That must be nuts.
That it's just like, clearly this is for money. It's wrong.
Yep.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's 1865.
Well, it was the ultimate
1860.
time.
They know it's wrong.
One, folks not wanting to say that shit's wrong.
Yeah.
And him like not making them say it, but getting them to just one guy at a time. He would just go around, get support here, get support there, put muscle in where he had it, and he fought a brutal war, a incessant war.
And he had to wait until he got a victory to fucking announce the Emancipation Proclamation. He was trying so hard to get it out, but his generals kept fucking up and losing. And he would just be writing to these dudes like, go.
Yeah, please.
Do it.
Get one.
Get one. Like, I think he wrote it after Antietam, which was like a draw. He was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, that's close enough. Here we go.
We're doing it. Shot.
Yeah, and then he got his fucking head blown off.
By next to his wife.
Yeah.
And they put a little napkin. That was what they did for him. They put a little napkin back there and hoped, but it was not a good. It was not a very.
He was alive for a while after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He didn't just die right away.
He didn't have to die at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't die right away.
Death.
Really?
Yeah.
Bled to death.
He was like alive in the
He's like,
hotel for like
and they're
a day.
like, we don't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What play was he saying? Does anyone know?
Fuck, I do know.
What play?
What was the play? It was at the Ford's Theater.
I don't remember the.
See what he was watching.
Yeah, it was something good.
Yeah.
He was fixated.
He was into it.
He didn't notice the assassin.
That's the weird thing. It was Hamilton.
Yeah, it was Hamilton.
Yeah.
He was sitting there like, what was it? Nice. He was sitting there watching it like, I got to pretend to like this.
Yeah.
It was fucking Hamilton.
And then they shot him and he was like, thank God.
This place sucks.
Christ, this shit sucks so bad. So that brings us to Johnson.
So Johnson was the first guy to be impeached.
Was he impeached? Oh, yeah.
First guy to be impeached, yeah.
Johnson shows up. This is great. He was like a tough guy. He was supposed to be the counteraction to Lincoln.
Well, he's one of the reasons the war was prolonged, because everybody knew if we could just get rid of Lincoln. Johnson was behind him with. There was a deal to be made. It was like don't talk outside the family. He was like, Sonny liked my deal, didn't he? Sonny was hot for my deal. Yeah. Johnson would have fucking settled in a minute.
Johnson started his life as an indentured servant.
No shit.
And worked his way up. How sick is that?
That's impressive.
And then before his inauguration, he got fucked up on whiskey and just couldn't talk. his inauguration. It was in the rain and the mud right after Lincoln got shot, and
he
everyone
was
was
the
like,
first one. He's the one who proved you can impeach a president, but you cannot get the fucking votes. It's a waste of time, and he ends up stronger.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest move in the world. It's vanity.
Yeah.
It's just Congress hates the president. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't accomplish anything. I don't remember why they went after him. Whatever. He was
Me
very
neither.
corrupt. He was a fucked up guy. I don't. Who knows? It's all shit that I heard because of them. But they impeached him and then failed to get rid of him.
Really?
I know nothing else about him. But
I don't know either.
But then fucking
Grant.
Amazing guy.
Great guy, amazing guy. I feel like his presidency was a bit of a fucking letdown for how cool he was.
I mean, he did so Christing much, this guy.
Oh, true.
Grant.
To help the South, he was pretty good.
What did he do?
Well,
This
and
was-
he was first of all, some people get on him because he owned one slave
Oh, man.
because his father-in-law, his wife's father,
Yes.
hated him because he was an abolitionist. I mean, he wasn't like an active abolitionist.
Sure.
But he was against just for not having a slave.
Yeah.
Back then, if you didn't have a slave, you were a dick to certain
Yeah.
people. So
You were like, put on a mask.
Yeah.
You were that guy. You were like, why do you have
exactly.
slaves?
yeah.
And they're like, why is this guy making me feel uncomfortable?
Yeah. So he hated him because he had slaves and he didn't want one. So he gave him one as a wedding present, like to spite him.
What a dick.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
so Grant made the guy his partner, and
Yeah.
they started a little business together, which he then freed the guy and gave him the business.
Yeah. He
made
would
that
go,
guy's
he would go
life.
work with the slaves.
But
He'd
they-
be out there with them working.
Yeah,
And then while he was like financially ruined,
yeah.
he freed his slaves instead of selling them.
But he had one though?
I'm not sure. He might have had one at that
That's
point.
the story I just told you.
Yeah.
Is, I think, his slave story. I don't think
Yeah.
he had a bunch of them.
He had one slave and he freed him instead of selling him.
But his
And
father-in-law,
he gave him a business that
Yeah.
he had started with him.
his father-in-law history fucked him. He was like, yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
Here's
Yeah.
slave.
That's right.
Here's slave.
And then he was in
He
the
did,
army.
absolutely.
He was in the army, and he went. One of his first jobs was outpost near San Francisco. It was in the middle of nowhere. There was no. I mean, it was in the desert of California. He was the only one there, and he was a family man. He loved his family.
He missed his bag.
Missed his family so much, and he started just getting drunk. And somebody came to drop the mail and found him passed out drunk. And that was his only experience with alcohol. He was a very rigidly living guy, and he was known as a drunk for the rest of his life.
Really?
There's
Every
arguments.
time he had a political problem, they'd go, he's drinking.
There's arguments. There's rumors he was fucked up at Shiloh.
Because
was
he
probably a lie.
because he sat under a tree in the rain. They found him sitting under a tree in the rain outside of a military hospital.
It also is funny because Shiloh, he woke up on day 2 of it
Yeah.
at like the start of day 2, or maybe it was the start of day 1 when it started. He was
Yeah.
late to get there. So everybody was like, he was hammered. But
What?
if he was hammered, that's very funny. To be like, oh shit, there's a war. Like,
So
wake it
after
up
he
like,
was
they're here.
he had won the Civil War. Started really Reconstruction, he was in earnest wanting to get opportunities and equity for black people, equal opportunity for black people. And then he retired and was in New York. He became a New Yorker. He became a big part of this city.
Yeah.
And he had a son named Kermit, who I think his name was Kermit, who that was the 1800s.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Kermit invested
What a fucking great name.
invested his money and all of his father's money with some asshole guy who took it and just left town and just took all of their money, every penny that they had. And so Grant went to visit Vanderbilt, who's outside of the Grand Central Station. There's a great statue of him. I think it was Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Went to the richest man in New York City, who was a hard ass, a guy who didn't care for charity or anything. But he brought what's his name? The sword that was Lee.
Well,
He had Robert E. Lee's sword that he surrendered to
Yeah.
him. He had his Congressional Medal of Honor and the Bible that he took the oath of office in, and he gave them. He said, "I want to sell these to you because I have no money." And Vanderbilt said, "Jesus Christ, Mr.
dude.
President,
Holy shit.
we're not doing that." He said, I'm going to donate these to the national museums, and I'll give you Like he bought them for the nation.
Did he buy his biography? Isn't that what he?
No.
why
So
he
here's
wrote
what
it?
happened with the biography. Is the best part of his story, and it's actually his greatest legacy. But his biography, his autobiography, is like the greatest ever written.
Yeah.
So he met two guys on a train. He'd do anything for money at this point. His wife was very young. He was broke
two guys
after
on a
everything
train.
he'd been through. He was broke, and his wife was young, and he was going to leave her destitute. So he met two guys on a train. They're like, "Why don't you write your autobiography? We'll pay you $1,000." And he was like, "Done."
What?
Oh,
So
they sold
then,
it.
about a week later, he meets up with Mark Twain. Was like his best friend, and Mark Twain said, "Why don't you write your autobiography, your memoirs?" And he said, "I'm doing that for these guys." And he goes, "What are they paying you?" And he goes, $1,000. And he's like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?" And he says, "Give me the book. I'll publish." Because Mark Twain had started his own publishing company because he hated publishers. He said, "I'll publish it and I'll help you write it." And he said, "I promised those two guys." He's like, "Did you sign something?" He goes, "No, but I did. I gave my word." Fuck. So Twain, or his real name, what's his
Clemens.
Clemens. Travels to, I think he went to see Sherman. He went to see, he's like,
man.
"I need to see somebody who trusts, who, he'll listen to." So he went to visit Sherman and said, please get him to do this. So Sherman wrote a telegram to Grant saying, for the love of God, give the book to Clemens. That's what the thing.
That's awesome.
So he wrote his autobiography, and the remarkable thing about it that I read was that there's like no adjectives in it. It's like all verbs and nouns. The entire book is verbs and nouns because he just says what happened. It's a very well written book, and so Clemens turned it into this special edition that you had to order one. You could get any color you wanted. And it was the first blockbuster book in American history. It made like $500,000 in the first month. Meanwhile, he had a goiter that was growing and
Too many
growing.
stogies. You always see him with the stogies.
Died of throat cancer like right as he finished the book.
Whoa.
And then his wife was made for life. Her first check from Twain was like $400,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think wasn't he buried here? And
Yes,
his monument.
and he's buried in Grant's tomb in Harlem. And when he died, there was this huge funeral, and it was Northern and Southern soldiers. Southern soldiers were allowed to put back on their Southern uniforms because it was a big thing that his casket was carried by North and South.
It's too bad you can never get away with wearing a Confederate uniform in Harlem these days.
No, not at all, no.
Because that would
Get
be a
away
treat.
with.
Yeah, but he was fucking awesome at when Lee surrendered. He was very like, I mean, it was unconditional surrender.
Mhm.
So he was like, you guys are gonna fucking give up, but he was like, keep your guns, go home, start rebuilding.
Mhm.
Like he could have fucking destroyed the South.
Yeah.
And he was very chill. I think Custer stole the fucking sword. He hated
Did he?
Custer. I think Custer stole Lee's sword.
Is
Maybe
that
he got
right?
it back, but I think the story was Grant wouldn't accept it, or something along
Wanted
those
him to
lines.
keep it.
And
Yeah, Custer was bloodthirsty guy.
and then on the parade back into Washington,
yeah.
Grant was obviously out front. Custer fucking rode ahead, and Grant was like, "This motherfucker." Custer was the
With his
man.
blonde hair.
If you look into Custer, he was pretty fucking.
I
cool.
don't know much about him.
He fucked up Jeb's story at Gettysburg, which was pretty cool because Jeb was the man. And he
Don't know
rode
anything
in.
about him.
He was with the Michigan cavalry, and he was like, "Come on, you Wolverines!" and fucking led them into a charge. That's why they're the Michigan Wolverines. All that shit.
So then
It's
you
all
got Hayes, who undid all of this cool stuff for black people.
It's all
and politically,
very.
he didn't want to deal with it, so he just did away with it. And then you got fucking who else? Then it goes I don't know.
Garfield.
Then I get Bleary.
Yeah, this is like the Gilded Age, is what it's called. It's all
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But this is where shit like it goes from we ended slavery to now just right back into
It
just
was awful.
racism.
Really?
Not slavery, but just every law against them.
Subjugation, just
It
like
just-
it became the same obsession as before,
Yeah.
but without slavery. It just became all about not letting them vote, keeping them off the
And that goes all
ballot.
the way up until like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're
Till
just
yesterday. We
2018.
figured it out
we
yesterday.
figured it out yesterday. Thank God.
Yeah.
Finally,
Starting today,
Arkansas.
we got a nice little nation.
Yeah. Louisiana cleaned up their act a little.
True.
And Alabama.
My favorite president, just jumping way the fuck
Yeah.
ahead, is Nixon. Is my favorite.
Dude, he's awesome.
He's the best. And again, as a character,
Yes.
Nixon gave the country one great gift that I wish was like, I wish it was taught, like the speech that Lincoln has on his monument and the ask not what your country and all that shit. The greatest thing that he did, because it speaks more to what Americans live, is that when Nixon was shamed and destroyed and had to leave office, he had to fucking resign. He had to give, after a couple of I'm not a crook and this is all bullshit, he had to go and say, well,
all right,
I'm gonna go. And
still not a crook, but I'm gonna get out of here.
Gerald Ford would take the oath of office at this time in this office, and he left. But before he left, he gave a speech to his staff, to the White House staff. That was impromptu. It was just on his way to the helicopter, and he's copiously crying in the speech. There's video of it that you can see. You have to try to find the whole thing because there's clips that you can find on YouTube, but I actually ordered from C-SPAN a DVD of the whole speech, and they're all bawling, the whole staff, and his family standing behind him, and he just tells them, look, he's encouraging them. He said, this is a tough moment for all of us. He said, first of all, I don't want to discourage young people from being in public service. He was afraid of what would happen.
Has happened.
Yes.
He was right.
He said, don't be discouraged from public office. It's a great calling. And he said, and for any mistakes that we made and all everything that's happened, not one person in this administration gained financially from anything, from being here, left richer than when they got here. He made it first, so he defended everybody that was there, and then he just starts reflecting. He reads from Teddy Roosevelt's autobiography, from his diary, when Teddy's wife and mother died at the same night. They both died of cholera or whatever on the same night. He was going from one room to the other.
Oh, yeah.
And they both died. And he was like at 21 or something. And he wrote this quote that was like, the light has gone out and it'll be darkness forever. And he said, so he read it to his staff, and he said that's how he felt, having lost his wife and his mom. And he went on and had this incredible life. So he's trying to say, so he says, no, don't be discouraged. Never be petty. Don't hate your enemies, because that's when you'd start to destroy yourself. He gets it really introspective about everything that happened without talking about it. And then he says, it's horrible. He goes, he says, they'll never write a book about my mother, but she was a saint.
Oh, man.
And I think of her, like one of his brothers had tuberculosis and they had no money. So she moved to Arizona where the air was better. Mm. And she was a nurse, wet nurse. She nursed other people's babies for money in order that her son could live in Arizona. And he talks about his father, who was a lemon farmer, who had a failing lemon farm. And then he was a switchman on a streetcar. And he just talks about his parents and what they did for him and all that shit. He just cries. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. But it shows you a man at the height of American experience, destroyed from that height, which is the worst thing that can happen to a person, is to get that high and fall. And he just went, here's how this feels. He just told the world, this is how this feels. This is what this looks like. Yeah. And here's all I can say. And then he went and then he left. Incredible. I mean, he was one of the most influential people in American history.
Yeah. He ended Vietnam, right?
Yes.
That was already about done.
He was fucking Eisenhower's vice president.
There's a guy we know that's a bit of a conspiracy guy, but he's been pretty correct on everything so far, and he's got a book coming out on Watergate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And about how that was a little darker than it seemed.
Like so knew a guy back when I was first living in the city as a comedian. There was a guy named Frank Gannon who had Frank Gannon wrote speeches for Nixon and was a very close friend of his. And weirdly, he became the guy who books the comedians on Letterman. And when I moved to New York back in 90 or so, being on Letterman was all anybody wanted. So Gannon was the most important person in comedy at the time. And he was a strange guy who was very serious, and he would just come and he'd watch you. And if he liked you, he'd get Morty to come, and maybe you'd be on the show. So he liked me. He never got me on the show, but he liked me. So I went to Letterman's office and met him. And I asked him about Nixon because he wrote, Nixon has one big biography called RN that Gannon co-wrote. And he told me that when you get a few drinks in Nixon, he says the same people that got the Kennedys got me. It's the same people that got. Yeah, he said it's the same machine.
Whoa.
That took out.
Yeah,
John and Robert
Kennedy
came after him. He said they just couldn't use bullets anymore because it was getting too. They were
That's
on
exactly what we said.
Yeah.
This is we said that without
and then
him.
Watergate was. He said Watergate was something that happened all the time. It was just like, and still does. I mean, it's not like oh my goodness. It's how things are done.
Yeah.
It's a safe with $1 million in it. What president doesn't have a safe with $1 million?
Yeah.
It was.
So that's Nixon's story. That was Nixon's story. He didn't say it in public, because the same as he conceded the presidency to Kennedy, which Kennedy stole. I mean, everyone knows that his father took suitcases of money to delegations and stole the presidency, and Nixon knew it, and he was like, "I'm not gonna. This is not good for the country to get into it." That's why he resigned instead of standing trial, and that's why he doesn't talk about that's the story, you know.
Yeah. That's
wild,
a good most interesting president.
Most interesting, I think, to me. Yeah, I mean, Johnson was also a fascinating guy.
Yeah.
Johnson was, and Reagan was kind of an empty-headed genius, incredible, knows how to just be. As long as somebody else is in the room, Reagan was brilliant. But I'm not sure he had any thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people like that.
Yeah, he was like an actor that was
He's
like,
an actor.
I guess I'll be a Republican while he was there. And then, which was pretty admirable at the time, because he was, actually no, it wasn't, because that was in the middle of the Red Scare. He was like one of the guys being like, you're a communist. And he just became the man.
My favorite film of Reagan is Larry King interviewing him after he was shot and saying, "So what do you feel about this guy?" And he said, "Well, I just pray for him. He's a sick man. He's just, you know, I found out later that he's sick. He's mentally ill. So we add him to our prayers, and we hope for the best for him." And he says it with this big.
He's like, we're fucking that guy up. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
I think that should be it, right?
Yeah, I think that's about enough.
You had fun.
Yeah, it was good. Why do you accusing me of having fun? Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for doing it, man.
Sure. Thanks for asking. It's fun.
Goodbye.